Hello. Good morning.
Hey.
Well, good noon. Or whatever time it is when you watch this. Hello and welcome. I'm Eloquent. My co-host, the Red Mage, is gonna be here eventually, probably. And this is the Canadian Highlander Discord weekly Xmage tournament. Say hello to the only person other than me in the Discord right now, at 404.
Hey.
Hey. How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Good to hear it.
Had my coffee. I'm up.
I go for a two coffee strat on tournament days. Normally I'm a one coffee guy, but I get the second one.
Yeah, it seems strong.
We would like to remind you, the viewer, that this is a publicly supported channel. No, this is a tournament that is free for you to enter.
Brought to you by viewers like you.
Yeah, one small donation of. Alright. If you would like to participate in this very tournament at some point in the future, a future Sunday, all you have to do is join the Canadian Highlander Discord. There's a link somewhere. If you can't find it, it's on the Canadian Highlander Facebook page. There's a link there. Completely free to join and play in. It's a lot of fun. This week we have 10 people. Oh my god, so many. But it'll be fine. We got this. Canadian Highlander is a format that not a lot of people have heard about. Or, more accurately, it's the format that a lot of people know that not a lot of people know about. I don't know... It's gotten a lot of popularity recently, but I don't know that everybody will know what it is, so I'll run back through it. Canadian Highlander is a 100-card singleton, 1v1 competitive format. Players start at 20 life, so it's not like Dual Commander. There's no commanders, and players start at 20 life. So there's this... It plays out a lot more like a legacy game or a modern game with a really high power level. Because every card from all of Magic is legal, except for, the vintage ban list. Shahrazad and that garbage. But I hear you asking, how do you check the power level in the format? How is every deck not a blue deck? Well, there's a points list. For every 100 cards in your deck, you get 10 points. Most people run 100 cards, because that's the minimum. But you can run more than that if you'd like. For every 100 cards, you get 10 points. Cards cost a certain number of points, like, say, Treasure Cruise is 1 point. Dig Through Time is 1 point. Strip Mine is 2 points. Ancestral is 7 points. Blood Moon is 7 points. Natural Order is like 5 points now, maybe? Hey! The Red Mage has arrived. Hello.
Everyone.
Good morning. Well, good noon. Hello.
Hi.
How many points is Natural Order again?
I want to say 4.
4? My god. But
I think it's the same number of points than Tinker is, right?
no, Tinker's less points.
Then it's 5. Tinker's 4, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway. So the points list is pretty finely tuned by a counselor, or by the council, which is a democratically elected, I believe, group of players from the Victoria area, which is kind of the cradle of the format, who vote on upping or lowering points for certain cards.
Or not.
Or not, right?
That is what happens most of the time, to be fair.
There are a lot of votes that are like, we should lower this card, or we should up this card. And then she's like, nah, let's not. The points list is in an absolutely fantastic place right now. The biggest change was in the last few months. Ancestral Recall was pointed up from 6 points to 7 points.
It was 6 to 7, yeah.
Yeah. 6 points was low enough that pretty much every blue deck ran it because it was insane. 7 points is...
I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, maybe not every blue deck.
I know that there's been. Let me put it this way. I know that at least one X council has mentioned that they think that 7 is too much. And to be fair, I do definitely feel, as someone that is running Ancestral Recall in their main deck, it's really hard.
7 is
I think
a lot.
7 is to the point where I think that there is basically no situation in which running Ancestral Recall in your deck is correct, and I do not think that is.
Like,
it depends on what your other points are going to be. I think it depends.
This is why
it's like
the
like
discussion is
7
really good about this. Like,
I think it depends too, but the deck that I am running right now is the deck that I think is one of the decks that I think can take the most advantage of Ancestral Recall on account of I literally play Isotron Scepter, like for example, other stuff, and I'm still probably going to cut Ancestral Recall from my deck. Because,
I feel like ideal. Like I think 6 is too low. 7 might be too high.
might be.
It's
7 definitely makes Ancestral a lot more of a choice than 6 did. When Ancestral was at 6, if you were in blue and you weren't actively trying to do another game plan than the blue game plan, you pretty much just ran Ancestral. Because it's so good.
But I think it's fine. Like, I'm a control deck, I'm gonna run Ancestral Recall, I think is a perfect reasonable game plan. And that's something that's just out of Ancestral. Tempo decks run Time Walk over it routinely. Like, that is perfectly fine.
The goal...
I think
that it can't be like 6.5.
Yeah. The goal with pointing Ancestral up to 7 was to make it so that players, like, had to choose. Like, there was an active choice to Ancestral. And I think maybe that choice is a little too harsh now, because a lot of control decks have cut Ancestral for this, like, small point spread, but they play Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise and Tutors and whatever. I would like to see more control decks running Ancestral. Like, if I was somehow at the head of the council, I would like to see a few more control decks running Ancestral. But I really like...
Waitlist does.
I really like the place that it's at right now, where control players have to make this choice. It's like, well, do I want to run a lot of small points, Tutors, Dig, Cruise, or do I want to run Ancestral?
But I think that the choice was already there.
The choice was already there, but it leans so
6,
heavily.
When you're at 6, your other points are pretty much locked into 2 possible spreads if you're running a control deck, which are Library, Drain, Dig, Cruise, or you cut either Dig or Cruise and Mana Drain to run Mystical Tour.
Are we starting now? I thought it was in an hour.
With Ancestral at 6, you could have
time zones.
Gig. Yeah, time zone. Noon PST is now.
Well, PDT, but yeah.
Yeah.
PDT.
PDT.
Time zones.
You know.
Daylight savings.
Anyway, my point is that the control, the points list as it is right now, is in one of the best places that I've seen it as a format. There's a lot of diversity in deck lists, and point spreads are getting less automatic. Like, I mean, aggro decks still run Mox 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 or Mox Mox Strip My GT. But, like, there's choices, right? And I really appreciate that.
I find it really
Oh, he's cutting out.
hard to point at whilst I'm running. Am I?
Yeah.
I can't imagine any points list that'll stop aggro decks from running 3 Moxes.
Well, right. That's not even the goal of the points list. Like, aggro decks, they've said multiple times that aggro decks should be allowed to run 3 Moxen. But, yeah,
there's just
so...
not that many aggro cards that are, like, oppressive. Is the thing.
So one of the big draws to Canadian Highlander for a lot of people is that the way that the points list is constructed and the fact that it's a 100-card singleton, but it's this competitive 1v1 format, so it's got really high variance. It means that there's a super high amount of diversity in deck lists. Like, a lot of people are playing completely different decks. And there's a lot of granularity in the deck list choices. Like, in Modern, whatever, when you're playing Burn, it's like, do I play Wild in the Cattle or no Wild in the Cattle? Do I play 2 Grim Lavamancer or 3 Grim Lavamancer? But here...
As someone that is building Burn in Modern right now, you don't even ask yourself this question. Burn has one flex.
Yeah, but...
There is one card that can be a land or the third copy of Skullcrack, and that is all the flexibility that you can do.
Damn it.
But here in Canlander, it's like, how many 2-mana burn spells do I run? How many 3-mana burn spells do I run? And deck lists have a lot more personality in this format than a lot of other formats. So, people who brew a lot of decks, like me and Arterian and a lot of people in this server.
Yeah, I'd call my deck this week has a lot of personality. I'd tell it that to its face.
And and people
Yeah,
are like,
personality is the goal. Definitely not bad cards.
no, like, you don't have to play bad cards to have
Shifty eyes.
personality to your list. Like, for example, there's
I've
a
been
player...
saying that for a long time, but a lot of people on the server seem to disagree with me.
I've made
Look,
plenty of bad
My
card
list
decks.
this week is not made by me, so it's not my fault if I lose.
Not your fault. 0 pilot error allowed. Alright, let's see how many people we got. 1, 2, 3... Because we have 10 people.
Yeah, and there are 8 in chat right now.
There are
We're
8 in chat
missing-
right now. We're missing 2.
We're
Could
missing
you...
the Insanity, and we're missing...
I think this might be the worst deck I've brought to one of these.
Wow, okay.
Which I kind of regret, because there's a lot of people, and...
Of the 2 decks I've brought to this, I think this is definitely the worst.
I mean,
Wait, is it like bad decks week? Because my deck is really bad too.
Is it bad next week? Oh no!
no, I don't think my deck's bad.
No,
I
there are
know.
some people running actual grindy
I
decks.
might not go 0-3.
Nice. Good luck. It'll be a fight to go 0-3.
Who is in Elf's tournament?
Pardon?
Oh
Yeah. I wanted
Yeah,
to.
how's that going for you guys?
That's
yeah.
right, that's a league, right?
Well,
So for context, another person on the server, Liquid Elf, who can't play in these tournaments because he's in the GMT time zone that doesn't work out for
Yeah.
him, is running a league, like, adjacent, so you can sign up and then you'll get your pairings and you have to play that game at some point during the week. How is that going for everybody? I've lost a game recently to Tulip.
oh god, I really wanted you to win that game too.
I'm sorry.
I was going to feel a lot better against you than Tulip. Because
Wow.
Horse turn.
I knew you were on aggro, and I suspected that Tulip was going to be on some kind of control, and I would much rather play the aggro player.
Wow? I'm so hurt.
Nothing against you, it's just the deck you brought.
I know. We're waiting for like 2 more people. What is this madness?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Have you
right?
tried pinging them in chat? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we just
did.
did.
They'll
So-
be here. They'll be here. Don't.
Don't worry, it's giving me time to remember to update my list and tapped out.
Ah, good idea.
Or not
So,
tapped out.
I think me and Tulip are
Xmage.
tentatively going to do our game after the tournament.
It sort of depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Mm.
Whoever wins ends up being in prizes, so... ugh.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
Elf is offering
Oh,
some
yeah.
cards as prizes.
There's some real life actual cards as prizes that you can get mailed to you.
Yeah, what's on there? Mind Twist, I know is on there.
Panel.
It's Balance, Channel, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, Flash, Mind Twist.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
I'd probably need to ask what editions we're gonna like. If first player's just gonna pick the 3 highest value cards.
I don't know.
Oh, defaults to white border.
Oh
My
no.
picks are whatever I don't have, which unfortunately are the 3 highest value.
Yeah.
So we have 10 people this week, and according to whatever MTR rules, we should have 4 rounds, right?
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure that there are some people that 4 rounds won't work for in terms of time. If you are one of those people, could you just post something in chat so I know? Because I can totally run this for 4 rounds. I just don't. I need to know.
I have also another option, which is we would run 3 rounds, and then if there are 2 people tied at 3-0, which is possible if you run 3 rounds,
Correct.
we ask those 2
have them
people if they
fight.
can stick it for a 4th round, and if they can, then we run it, and if they can't, then we just don't.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, since we don't really care about records or anything, that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it just depends on how much time you guys have. So
Between 9, the way that the tournament math works, between 9 and 16 players, there is the possibility, because 9 and 15 players, there is the possibility of 2 players both being at 3-0, but it's not guaranteed. It could also only be 1. And when you reach 16, it's like 16 is there's gonna be exactly 2 people at 3-0 every single time. And when you are more than 16, it's there might be even more than 2. And I don't know where why are these people not showing up?
I don't know. We had somebody not show up last week because they were playing a league game. That was hurtful.
Although it literally just said only league, all capital letters.
It
It's
might-
not
it-
qualify.
To be fair, it might not have been actual League of Legends, but
Yeah.
I was sick last week.
Yeah.
So I didn't speak at all, but I'm better now, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, you sound like it.
We had a friend of mine show up to.
Oh yeah, that was
subbing.
awesome. We need to get him back. He was a lot of fun.
He's playing the mocks today, so he's not gonna
Right.
be around.
What the heck?
I mean, if they don't show up by like, what do you want to say, 12, 15?
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll just snap it.
Wendy's
Issue
like
a match
fighting
loss.
someone on Xmage right now.
Yeah, I
He's
think that
not
the way
here.
that works is we just pair the tournament without. I mean, we should drop them, but we're not. We just pair the tournament without them.
And if they both show
And
up,
they
they'll fight each
assign
other.
both a match loss, and we'll have more match losses in game 1. And we'll drop them from the event if they don't show up by round 2, I guess.
Yeah, right.
We could also just have them fight.
Just have them fight every round.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, if they both show up in a timely manner, sure,
Yeah.
but like we can't.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if they're
yeah.
not here after the first round, then drop them.
All right.
Right. Like if they show up soon, they can fight each other, and if not, then
Yeah.
oh well.
Sure. Let me write down pairings.
And I think at this point it's starting to be a little bit too much, and I am. I would be in favor of reminding our players that if they make a commitment to show up on Saturday. Oh, do we have someone new?
Nah, someone just
Uh,
DC'd, reseed.
I'm gonna mute myself to go type some stuff in. So
That's
I'll be back in a second. But I don't know.
Yeah, we'll hold the fort.
Talk about whatever. Dominaria's
Oh,
coming
did
out.
we-
What are you guys excited about for Dominaria?
Did we talk about the tournament?
Mono Legends! Mono Legends!
We did talk about the tournament
Merfolk,
and the
Trickster.
format. What are you guys excited about for Dominaria?
It's gonna be Affinity, but not good. Hell yeah, I'm ready.
Mono Legends.
Aggro.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna try.
Man, this is with all these legends. I'm actually kind of disappointed they didn't bring in Grandeur.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I love that
That'd be
mechanic. That mechanic is so
interesting.
cool. It's like you can play all these legends in your deck, and they're not dead draws when you have multiples.
Right.
Like I really like Green as a mechanic.
Yeah, especially because there are
mean,
actual like
it may-
uncommon legends in
Yeah,
in the set.
especially because of that. It's like you have the chance to like in draft get more than one.
Mhm.
Which is
Yes.
super cool.
Yeah, because a lot of them are just at uncommon, which is incredible.
Yeah, I am.
Although I have a feeling that wouldn't work terribly well unless like the problem with
The
mechanics.
mechanic wasn't super popular, that is true. But on the other hand, the reason that the mechanic wasn't super popular because it was 5 fairly an impressive rare. Like I think that if you read it again this time with like a better execution, more cards with the mechanic, I think it would be a different ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd
Different-
be
different
completely different for sure.
So,
I just I
for
don't know,
those
I'd
of
like to
you who
see
don't know
it.
what the grander mechanic is, let me pull
Oh
up
man,
an
oh
example.
boy, let me tell you a story about Future Sight.
I can tell you many a story about Future Sight, but
I
generally,
believe there are exactly 2 cards with Grandeur.
no, there are 4.
No,
There's- I think
there's
there's
a
a
cycle
cycle.
of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3,
Oh,
4.
is it a
There is a
cycle?
cycle of 5. So basically, the idea is that it's a legendary creature of some kind, and it like has some effect or whatever. But then, if you have another copy of them in hand, normally if you would play it, the legend rule would force you to sacrifice one. But the grandeur mechanic says you can discard another card with the same name as this card as an ability on the creature, not an ability on the card in your hand. And search your library and have some effect. So the black one says search your library for 2 swamp cards, put into play, tap, and shuffle your library. The white one
is, yeah, they all have. It's synergistic abilities based on the rest of the creature.
yeah,
Like you were just talking about Corlash here, a Black Blade. It's a star with power toughness equal to the number of swamps you control, and you can regenerate them for 1 of black. And
right.
then the Grandier, you tutor for 2 swamps and put them on the battlefield tab.
Yeah, and there are the other cool thing about these cards is also from just a flavor perspective. These are all there's 5 cards and they're all descendants of or like people inheriting the legacy of like a legend from Magic's past that had like that had affected Magic story in the past. So you have like Baru Fist of Kroza is inheriting Kamal's legacy, and the head to the Black Blade is obviously Duck on Black Blade, and so on and so forth.
Taro, Bladewing.
Yeah,
Alright.
Tariq, I think it's called.
Are you guys
I
ready?
think you mean Bells and Co. Blackblade.
Are you guys ready for round 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, here goes. Good luck.
All right.
Separate out into your Discord channels. Get out of here, nerds. Alright.
Alright, so
Ah!
what are we gonna be watching?
There are 4 options.
Which
Let
is
me
many.
let me run you through them as fast as I can. We have
Yeah, let me pull up the Google Doc.
We have 404, who is on some weird Bant artifact list, versus Varvak, who is on 34 Rhinos, I believe. Which is a deck based on tutoring up and then recurring Siege Rhino over and over again. We have... Yeah, right? We have CCCC, who is on Mardu Midrange, versus Arterian Legacy, who is on Grixis Control. We have... Tulip versus Tenebrae. Tulip is on Black-White Hatebears, and Tenebrae is on Red-White Kiki Jiki combo. And we have Lufti, who is on Abzan the Rock, versus Mages, who's on Mono Black Ant. What do you want to see?
What do you say is CCCC on?
Mardu
Oh, it's on
Midrange.
Mardu Midrange. Huh.
I really like Arterian's list, but I kind of want to see 404's Bant Artifacts list versus the 34 Rhinos list.
Yeah, actually, that sounds lovely.
Alright, so that...
Also, like, I cannot imagine that 34 Rhino is going to do anything but lose hilariously very fast. So,
Well, have you seen 404's list? He has, like, Academy, but, like, 6 artifacts total, maybe?
Academy doesn't need a ton of enchantments. It's sorry. Oh wow, you're talking about like Tolarian Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's do this. Watching for and Barback, I guess.
Yes,
Is that the match?
you are correct.
Oh my god. Let me host you on Twitch, which I should be doing.
Oof. Thanks to the
I don't
host
think
to
it's
the Red
better.
Mage with 0 viewers. I'm sorry, that was rude. Alright. Request permission
Look,
to
I do what I can, okay? Like
we
not
have-
a streamer.
0 viewers. Oh, there's one person in the chat. What a madman. Hello to our counting fingers.
I do post this on all of the Discord that I am following.
Wow, fair enough. We got one. You roped one in. Alright, so we're looking at 4/4's hand. What the fuck is this? 3 lands, Edge of Autumn, Ancient Stirrings, Dimensional Infiltrator? What is... What
That is
earth?
that is a hand that you
Varvac
have
has
as, like, a
Murmuring
human
Bosk,
being.
Dryad Arbor, Wood Elves, Dismember, Primetime, and Wargate? Wood Elves? That's not a Rhino!
Counts.
For forecasting Ancient Stirrings? Alright, let's see what he cracks. So look at the
See what
top
you
5 cards of your
find.
library. You can reveal a colorless card from among them, put it in your hand, rest on the bottom of your library in any order.
Finds a Maze of it.
Oh my
Ain't bad.
god.
Although the art that I have for it on Xmage is Wand of it, which is a different card, but you know.
Okay, alright. Let's see what Varvac draws. Because he only has one other land in hand. Draws a cruise?
That's gonna be a while away.
Yeah.
So, if he finds a land, he can Wargate. Well, if he finds a blue source specifically, he can Wargate for a land. Or just play Wood Elves.
Yeah, so Wargate is sort of like, what was the card? Bring to Light. It
Yeah,
can get
Wargate is a tutor for permanent, for any type of permanence that just put the permanent into play. But you have
Finds
to
a
play
GSZ. He can Green Suns on 1 for a mana dork.
Yeah, sadly he has already drawn his Dryad Arbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mana's developing pretty slowly. He still does not have a blue source for this Wargate,
finds
which
her.
I presumably that's what these Wood Elves are gonna find.
4/4 flashes in dimensional. Well, he's gonna flash it on end of turn.
Yeah.
Flashes in dimensional infiltrator. Is this a wait? Is this a Bant Colorless list? Did I read this wrong? Maybe it's not artifacts.
I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Maybe it's like Bant Eldrazi. Like,
Everything in
that's
his hand except for Edge of Autumn and Gush are colorless. Gush?
for a total of 2 cards.
Lodestone Golem is going to be really annoying as soon as it comes down. I mean, frankly, Mazabeth is really going to be annoying for Varvac. Because he's sort of on the presumably Abzan. I think he's maybe Abzan Blue? Wet Abzan?
Yeah,
There are
he's
2
got
people
both.
in chat? Oh my god. Hello and welcome. Is he on Wet Abzan or is he just on Abzan? He's on Wet
I think,
Abzan.
no, he literally has Treasure Cruise in hand.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
And
Whoops.
Wargate.
Oh, we have some friends of
Also-
404. Welcome. Do
Also,
either of you
on
know
that-
what this list is supposed to be? Hedge of Autumn.
What?
Alright.
This is if so okay. The 34 Rhinos list that was basically a meme that Saffron Olive posted on his not much about nothing. Sorry, the YouTube series that plays awful decks, and
Oh yeah, so
it was for colors with blue because you if your goal is to copy a bunch of Rhinos, well, blue is the color that copies stuff. So you have to play Wet Abzan, or as people on Mardu Midrange put it once, Moist Junk. And,
moist junk. Oh wow.
And you have to play that way. Like that's just the way that it works.
Yeah. So for those of you who somehow don't know who Saffron Olive is, he's a content creator for Magic the Gathering, and he made he has a couple shows, and the one that 34 Rhinos is in is called Against the Odds. So it was a
That's the
standard
one.
deck with 4 copies of Siege Rhino, and then every card that could copy or find a Siege Rhino, which amounted to 34 Siege Rhinos.
He went pretty deep. He was playing Mirror Mockery.
Yeah, no, that deck was insane, and Varvac has taken it to a whole new level. We have the people in chat who apparently made the list that 404 is running, so I would love to hear how this is supposed to work.
On the other hand, we do have a Scarab God in Barbac's hand, so it doesn't hugely matter what the list is about to go. That's just a powerful card. If he manages to avoid getting tempoed out, like, the Scarab God's just gonna win the game by itself, because that's what.
Well, 404 has a Life from the Loam, which is extremely powerful.
Yeah, but doesn't do a whole lot on these with these land distribution, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's powerful, but he doesn't have any like way to recur lands that suck for effect. It's not like he has like, I don't know, like Street Mine or something.
yeah.
Lodestone Golem is gonna be a problem. Lodestone Golem is the first card that I am seeing from 404 and being like, oh,
Varvac has not drawn a land since the first turn of the game.
he hasn't.
It's
Oh,
so
but instead, this Lodestone's gonna probably eat a Dismember, if I had to wager. Dismember's gonna be painful though. This Dimensional Infiltrator is gonna hit right in the air, and he has no way of casting it without. Oh, maybe he has Utopia's Scroll on black.
Dismembers presumably the Lodestone Golem. So
Yeah, he's gonna dismember the Lodestone Golem. I'm trying to figure out how much life he's paying for it. Oh, he's just going to full 4.
yeah, that makes sense. Lodestone Golem is really annoying for him on this board.
Yeah, he could have. No, I mean, wait. He chose black for Utopia's Sprawl. I think he should have been playing just 2 life.
I couldn't tell you. So the people in chat who made this list say that it is a Bant lands/artifacts synergy, which ends the game after establishing some kind of lock. Interesting. Oh.
Let's see how that works out.
Yeah, no, wow, that's super cool. Varvac.
Oh no, that's why, because there was a Lodestone Golem in play, so the 2 mana from the Murmuring Bosque both had to go towards paying the Colorless part of.
Casts Gush, returning a bunch of lands
As
to
you-
hand.
as
Draws
you do.
Wargate and Bring to Light.
Oh, by the way, I do not know if you have ever had the privilege of gushing at end of turn and then untapping and drawing a card. But when you untap and you look at your hand, you have so many cards. It is not reasonable. Like, you tap and like you have like 1 card in hand, and then you're like, oh wait, this is 6 cards. How did this happen? And you feel great. Then you don't have lands to play those cards.
You know what, Coalescia? The person in chat who knew what the list is.
I'm also monitoring chat.
I am going to post the list for you into chat. So, I mean, good luck. Do with it what you will. Plays out of Forest on 404's side. He has Wargate online, but... Or, he has Wargate for 0 online, because Maze of It doesn't generate any mana. Casts Life from the
You
Loam.
could Wargate a land, but that does not seem good enough.
Yeah.
Like, you would actually get the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale if he's played it, and that's actually pretty good.
Tabernacle
With
would
this board.
be an absolute pain in the ass for Varvac. Just
Yeah, I
cast
mean,
Life. Just cast
It
Loam.
would bring him down to like 2 lands basically, to like 3 mana basically, because the Dryad Arbor and the Noble Hierarchy would pay for themselves, and the Wood Elves who care about the Wood Elves.
404 has a full grip of lands. Is he gonna have to discard some at cleanup? No, okay.
Oh, he has 7.
An exactly full grip of lands. Varvac draws the first land since the beginning of the game. In the form of Misty Rainforest. 4, 5, 6. He'll have enough to cast Primetime, and it doesn't look like 404 has any interaction for Primetime. So
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
this will be pretty rough for 404.
So I hear that Primeval Titan is a powerful card.
No way, really? Do you think this is the best of the
That is
Titans?
gonna completely solve Varbak's mana screw problem on account of, oh yeah, here's 2 free lands, there you go.
Yeah.
Is he just going for Dark Depths here?
It's possible. I think I would. Considering that 404 has shown that he's doing a lot of interaction with, like, himself, with his own deck, I think it would be fair to just say, alright, I'm gonna try to land this, what can you do?
The thing that I would not be so sure about is that, yeah, okay. he
Finds
doesn't go
Ancient Tomb, Hollowed Fountain. Fair enough.
Oh, Ancient Tomb, scary when you're in 9. So the reason against going for the combo, in my opinion, is that you have seen a Dimensional Infiltrator from 404. You don't know what 404 is about, right? But you have seen a Dimensional Infiltrator from it. And that is traditionally a tempo threat. These 2-1 flying with flash type cards, there's like a few of them, and those tend to be threats that come out of tempo decks. And tempo decks like playing bounce spells.
Yeah.
So that can foil a Maritlage pretty easily.
The other thing
On the
is,
other
404...
404 just drew a Simic Signet, and that's probably going to, to show, yeah, no, I'm not actually a tempo deck, I'm not just pretending to be one.
In terms of, like, what Varbak has seen, whether or not to go for the depth stage, he knows that 404 is doing a lot of interaction with lands. So it would be a fair assumption to say that 404 could tutor for Wasteland or Strip Mine and break your combo.
Yeah.
Prime time.
And to be fair, if that happens, you're not horribly broken out. But I think it makes sense to go on the coming to play tutor. I'm just gonna make sure that I have the mana to have spells I want to cast. And then, if it comes to it, next turn, maybe I go for the combo. Does he even have the combo? We are assuming he has the combo because there's prime time in his deck, but he might not.
So,
but he would be like, next turn, I'm gonna go for the combo, and if it gets broken up, whatever, I'm not that worried about it, but I have the mana to cast other threats. And play maybe this Scarab God, which is gonna completely lock the game, probably.
So 404 has a lot of he has 2 really powerful tutors in his hand, Wargate and Bring to Light. They're both relatively expensive, though, so he's having to, like, ramp up his lands, versus Varbak, who's played out a prime time.
He's not even ramping out his lands as much as just playing them. Why did this Dimensional Infiltrator not swing last turn?
Pardon?
I guess that the Maze of it answered the prime time, kinda.
Yeah, but to be fair, he still gets the primetime trigger.
Yeah, he does. But, I was saying, did he not swing with Dimensional Infiltrator last turn? I don't think he did.
Did he what with Dimensional Infiltrator? Swing?
Did he not swing?
I don't believe so.
Weird.
Maybe he's holding it for blocks of some kind? Varbak is in a fantastic position right now. He's got a Wargate in hand that is online with a lot of mana available. He has the Scarab God, which is incredibly powerful. He has a Treasure Cruise, which he can basically hardcast if he really, truly desires.
Yeah, and he has a couple of cards in his graveyard in order to...
Yeah.
I think he just dumps the Scarab God here, though. Like, that's what I would do.
I would...
Just dump Scarab God.
Yeah,
with
I probably would as well. Goes with the Wargate. Maybe he has something that he wants to Wargate for specifically. Like maybe
he probably want to Wargate for Rhino, I think, and we're gonna see the style play.
I mean,
Mages and Lost just showed up in chat after what based on the time it took. I'm assuming Mages got it.
Yeah. Whoa, Wargate's for Atraxa.
He lost 2-0, never mind.
Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink at the beginning of your end step Proliferate.
That is
Atraxa
certainly a magic card.
Powerful.
Magic card related. Does magic card things.
Yeah. In your opinion, what do you think the best Titan is? Because there's Sun Titan, Prime Time.
For
Inferno.
most constructed format, and
Yeah.
not for Highlander. In most constructed format, it is not close prime time, which is hilarious because it's actually the worst one in the.
What's the worst one, you think?
In limited.
Correct, yeah, that's fair. mazes up the...
In limited, I think the best one is Inferno Titan. Because
He's gonna
it
block
just...
the... Really interesting play from 404 here. He blocks the prime time with his Dimensional Infiltrator, and then Maze of Ith's Wood Elves. Despite the fact that prime time has Trample.
I think he might not have realized that it has Trample.
Coalesce is saying that he's going to bring to light for balance. That's spicy. That is indeed spicy.
That's interesting. Yeah, okay, that's a way to do it.
Yeah, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana available. 6 when he plays a land, so he can totally bring to light for balance.
That would be a way to do it, except Varbak's gonna just turn up with the Scarab God.
Let's see,
So
balance.
this balance is gonna cost him like 4 cards, and what he gets is Varbak untaps and plays Scarab God and possibly Treasure Cruise. This is not gonna go well for him.
So balance is kind of a complicated card to wrap your head around if you haven't played a bunch of Magic before that plays balance. Essentially, each player picks a number of lands, let's say, he or she controls, equal to the number of lands controlled by the player who controls the fewest. So, if one player has 4 lands, another player has 6 lands, the player with 4 lands picks their 4, and then it chooses their 4 lands, but the player with 6 has to choose 4 of their lands and sacrifice the other 2. Yeah, brings to light for balance.
So what's gonna happen here is Varbak sacrifices 3 lands.
Yep.
And 5 creatures. Only has 5 creatures, and 4 of 4 discards 4.
Yeah. So you discard cards and sacrifice creatures the same way. So essentially, if a player casts balance and they have no creatures, the other player, their board gets wrathed. If a player has no cards in hand and they cast balance, the other player discards their whole hand. So it brings both players down to the level of the weakest player. Notably, though, balance doesn't affect enchantments or artifacts. So there are a lot of artifact and enchantment lists that run balance because you don't have any creatures and you can just wrath your opponent's board for 2 mana.
Yep.
Balance is on the points list. How many points is balance nowadays?
Didn't it go down to 0?
No.
If it's not,
No
if it's
way.
Pointed, it's 1. If it's pointed, it's 1, but I thought it went down.
Look it up for me.
Uh,
Yeah, this balance is going to be real.
Use the glorious bot that we have on the other server.
Varbak sacrificed the land that had Utopia Sprawl on it.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. So the reason this Utopia Sprawl is sticking around right now, not an Xmage error, auras get sacrificed if they have no permanent when state-based actions are checked. And state-based actions are checked after a spell resolves. So balance is still resolving at the moment.
Balance is 1 point.
Balance is 1 point. Alright, fair enough. So, I mean, 404 has a lot of lands to discard and a life from the loam in the graveyard. So that's
Yes.
very powerful.
I think you are not understanding what's gonna happen. Varbak slams down a Scarab God, and no 404 can never win this game. Like, this is what's gonna happen now.
Well, is there not a way that he could Wargate for something to kill the Scarab God? He has a lot of mana.
If he has like an O-ring of some sort, maybe.
Is there an O-ring effect in the list? Let me look. Enchantments. Expiration, Fast Bond. Doesn't look like any sort of O-ring effect, so...
Does he have like a path to exile, maybe?
You can't Wargate for Path.
Oh yeah, it's Wargate. Yeah. It's not Bring to
Wargate only finds, permanents.
Yeah, no, I got it mixed up with.
Yeah, that's fair. Could he Wargate for... Is he running... No. I thought potentially he could Wargate for Ewit, and Ewit back, Bring to Light, and then Bring to Light for Path to Exile.
Yeah, but by then, this Scarab God has already made the price.
As soon as Varbak untaps next turn, he gets the Treasure Cruise as well, which is really gonna suck for 404.
Yeah, I don't think he even like it depends on whether he
Yeah.
wants to even go for it because he wants his graveyard to be stocked with all of these random creatures. I guess he has all of these land, but he wants his
Well,
graveyard
okay.
like what he's
Remind me what
probably
this
gonna do next time is make a dimensional infiltrator, I would guess. Either a prime time or a dimensional infiltrator.
So for 4 mana, you can reanimate a creature, except it's a 4/4 black zombie.
He only has 1 blue mana is the problem, so he can't do both.
Could he not? Does Wood Elf say basic forest?
No, it says forest. So you would elves for
Yeah, you could
Basic,
get
yes.
get back Wood Elves and grab
like a tropical island.
Tropical
or something
island?
Like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, no, wait. He has an underground sea. Never mind. No, he has the man. Sorry, this underground sea showed up as a forest because Xmage is a quality program.
Oh,
So-
he has Underground Sea for blue and Reflecting Pool for blue.
Yeah, and refractive pool. Yeah.
So
Those only
4/4
have
draws
the-
crop rotation. Let's see what he crop rotes. Crop rot. I don't play enough Legacy to know how to pronounce this.
Let's see what he rotates his crops into.
Kolesha in chat saying that Meekstone would be a great grab for this Wargate. Yeah, Meekstone absolutely would be a great grab. Finds a Caracas.
Caracas.
Oh, shit!
That answers it. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be really annoying for Varvac here.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to raise the eventually Varvak gets to 8 mana and just goes Scarab God reanimate.
I mean, to be fair, maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he just casts Treasure Cruise and
No, I
plays
mean,
out
now
more
obviously
mid-rangey
he
stuff.
has Treasure Cruise, right? Because he doesn't have the mana to immediately animate. But Caracas was crop rotation was a good peel.
Yeah.
It let him answer the Scarab God, which was the most immediate problem.
Again, worst case scenario, he could have Wargated for Caracas, which would have been a good line as well.
That's true.
Farhaven Elf. This one does say basic land. So it's like what else but for a basic? Yeah, he just cast Treasure Cruise. I'm on the same line that Varvac is here. You know that your average card quality is higher than 404s. And
Oh
by
no. For sure at this point you have Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
You probably just also jammed his elf because you have no reason not to.
draws
Oh,
What
I'm
the
for it,
fuck
right.
is this
Yeah,
hand?
that's sort of bad one. Yeah.
Unburial
I
Rights,
dig it.
Phantasmal
Just make-
Image.
Just make a couple Primeval Titans because why not? That seems reasonable.
Unburial Rights for Primetime is a pretty hot draw here.
You know what's better than 1 prime time?
2 Primetimes?
2 prime times?
Wow. So,
I don't think he can cast Phantasmal Image this very moment. But
copy of a creature on the battlefield. Yeah, he cannot yet.
yeah.
So a lot
I don't
of
think
people
he's gonna have enough leftover mana. But
who made this list, is there a permanent that you can find with Wargate that gets back stuff from your graveyard? Because I'm pretty sure some sort of line that involves Wargate getting back balance and balancing a second time would probably suck for Varvac again.
I mean, not even though. Like, it wouldn't be great for him, but he still gets to hit 6 lands. Eventually, he has this hit time bomb of, oh wait, this Scarab God. The moment I get to 9 mana, is gonna go. Is gonna start being able to go play prime time, play Scarab God, copy something with Scarab God.
Yeah.
And he has 9 mana right now if he wanted to.
Varvac is getting to the point where he can rip a lot of lands out of his deck. Like, next turn, he can go Phantasmal Image, swing with Primetime, which will rip 4 lands out of the list.
Do you even bother? Do you even copy the prime
Dredge's
time?
Life.
Maybe you actually just wait for a more high-profile target. Because at this point, prime time is just a 6/6 with trample, but it doesn't like the lands that you're fetching. If you do not have Maritlage, which I think at this point is pretty reasonable to assume he doesn't, is like you don't need to fetch. You don't need to go to like 28 lands in play, right? Like you already have like 11. That's plenty.
There's no Wargate target that recasts Spring to Light. Alright, fair enough. Cataclysmic Gearhulk? That's in the list! What the fuck? Alright, I gotta show people this. Cataclysmic Gearhulk. What in God's name is this card?
Also, if Primetime dies, you can play Scarab God, make a 4/4 Primetime immediately, and get more lands out of your deck.
Yeah? So... each player chooses a non-land permanent of each type and sacrifices the rest. I mean, that's good. Didn't mean to close that, that's fine.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer the Primetime.
Yeah, you're right.
Stuff in
I mean,
play.
is he even running... No Snappy in the list. Yeah, I
Also, like, Snapcasting Brain to Light is starting to get to a territory where it takes a lot of mana. This is still game 1, by the way.
well, he can Snapcaster back Balance. Like, he doesn't have to snap back Bring to Light.
Yeah, but then you have a Snapcaster in play, and this Primeval Titan stays.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
you don't
yeah. That's really
Do you
annoying.
even care about attacking Barbak's lands? You don't.
No. There's no point. Worst case scenario, Varback just goes, like, copy my prime time and get 2 more lands. Like, it really
Presumably 404 gets the Strip Mine going now, which you can get Strip Mine.
He is playing Strip Mine. He's got Strip Mine in hand. He can
Yeah,
go
he has
Strip Mine.
in hand. Yeah.
Life
You
from
can
the
get
Loam Strip Mine.
Life from the Loam going, which hilariously is still not gonna prevent Barbak from keeping going up lands because he has a prime time in play. It's gonna get 2 lands every turn. Or also you get attack for 6. Well, you don't because there's a mismatch. That's fair.
Varback is at the land number that he can cast Scarab God and activate it.
Yeah, he is.
At instant speed.
Yeah.
So,
Which
I
is
mean, what do you get
probably
back?
going to do-
Atraxa? Praetor's Voice?
I think you actually get Dimensional Infiltrator.
Excuse me? You can copy your
Yeah,
opponent's
you can get your
creatures?
opponent stuff, yeah.
Dude, that's sweet. You
I
could
know.
get Lodestone Golem.
This kind of got this messed up card.
Scarab God's powerful.
That
Just
is the
cast-
reason that like standard like became like the Scarab God dot format for like a while.
It seems pretty powerful. It seems expensive is my main issue.
Yeah, it's a grinding.
5's a lot.
It's not. Yeah, it's 5, and then you have to pay for more to activate it.
Yeah.
It's powerful though. Definitely.
You're absolutely correct in that assessment. It is pretty powerful. I mean, can't Varback, I mean, this Krakus is going to bounce the Scarab God, undeniably. But if 404 didn't have Krakus, you could just play Phantasmal Image and then activate them both at the same time.
No, because it's legendary.
It's what?
It's legendary. You can't have 2.
No, oh! Ah! Can't copy a legendary creature, I see. Gets back a
You
Wood
can
Elves.
copy it, but one of the copies will die.
Gets back a Wood Elves, but doesn't cast his Elvish Mystic. Interesting choice. So we're switch
mean,
over to
I don't think
404's hand.
I think
That's
he just
fast
wants to be
one.
able to rebuild if like another.
Oh my
happens.
god. This fast bond. Is he running... Wait. Wait, no. Is he running the creature that lets you... Yeah, he's got Ramming Up Excavator. So he has Ramming Up, Fast Bond, Strip Mine active.
Okay, that's powerful.
I mean, he has Crucible, Fast Bond, Strip Mine. That's extremely strong. I don't know if you can pay much life to it.
I mean,
Like, to the Fast Bond.
he can't. Definitely, this fast bond is powerful. If it's powerful, it's going to shape what happens for going forward in the game. But
I think
I don't think it's enough. I think it's too late.
if
Unless this
404...
Wargate can fetch something amazing, but it's gonna
If
be hard.
404 had another tutor, which is a lot to ask, but if he had another tutor, does he run the... What am I trying to say here? He starts with Corsair Prefix. He does not run Corsair Prefix. That fully negates the negative of Fastbond. It just casts the
so at that
Fastbond.
point
That's
you
completely...
would,
Casting Fastbond here is really
probably
good.
Strip Mine Barback down to Oh, no, actually, never mind. No, okay, no, he does. Okay. But like, Misty Rainforest cost him a life. Right now, he can only strip mine him.
I mean, you can strip mine him off of blue, which would be annoying.
Yeah. For a turn, and then this prime time swings and blue happens again.
Yeah.
But blue means that you stop the Scarab God from being a thing.
Yeah, cast Wargate. What is X equal to? I mean, I guess we'll find out once he's done picking a bunch of mana for it.
Or not.
Nah. That's just an Xmage error. He's trying to activate Simic Signet as like a mana ability.
You know, after a long time, I actually was playing a game on Xmage yesterday because I was testing with the Insanity, which I haven't used the program in a long time, and he wanted to.
Oh, you haven't played actually Xmage in forever, have you?
No, I've just been watching games, but
Yeah, wow, it's a mess,
so I was
isn't it?
actually playing Xmage yesterday to like help the Insanity, then didn't show up
Rude.
with the program. It is
He's here now, by the way.
X5? Oh, hey, hello.
Oh hey.
Hi, I got crushed.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. We're watching 404 and Varvac,
Okay.
which has turned out to be quite an interesting game.
See
Finds
what else in exile?
Miloku? What?
Oh, baby lands.
Fast spawn
versus-
Miloku, I guess.
Versus what?
Miloku,
What the heck?
is pretty good.
What is Varvac on?
34 Rhinos?
Oh,
Gift
no.
ungiven! Sorry, I didn't mean to shout.
He actually
That's
brought
insane!
that?
What?
He actually brought that?
Yeah!
Alright, who is
You know-
Okay, this is.
you
this is
know,
Varvac's
I think that Varvac is getting super punished for not getting something with flying. So either the Atraxa or the Dimension Infiltrator with that Scarab God activation.
No, yeah, he absolutely is, because this
Yeah, because
Miloku...
I guess the Miloku does have flying, but
The Miloku is essentially a death. Like it...
Wargate?
Yeah!
both people are playing Wargate.
Wargate's a good card.
I'm not sure I can go that far.
It is a card.
Wargame
It's
is
a,
a card.
It has
I'm
a
not sure it's
powerful
good
effect.
card.
It's a card with a powerful effect. It's just expensive.
I
mean,
appear
for-
to be out
for-
of coffee. I'm gonna go rectify that.
I appear to be out of coffee. Gifts
Sea
and givens
Rhino,
for...
cackling counterpart. So you can
What
unburial
is
rights
happening?
the. So you can unburial rights the Rhino and then flashback cackling counterpart.
Oh my god. What?
What in the hell?
This is a deck.
Oh my
for sure.
god.
This is a deck. This might work.
I'm
No.
enjoying this.
Okay, no, yeah, this game. is-
Varvac can absolutely pull up
I think
enough.
this game is over. I think Varvac just wins on his next turn. He has 2
Right.
Rhinos and he can flashback cackling counters apart next turn.
I mean,
Wait,
yeah.
is he actually winning thanks to Rhinos?
Yeah?
Yes.
He drained him for 6!
Holy smokes!
Wow.
Wait, he's just dead now.
Wait, no, he's just dead right
Oh,
now.
no.
yeah, he attacked.
Oh, yeah, he is. Never mind.
Yeah, wow.
With Miloku, but...
Good stuff.
And it has the maze. It has the maze. It
Yeah,
has the
he can
maze.
block with
Oh, he has the maze, you're right, yeah.
Oh yeah, he can
Yeah,
maze it at
Miloku
prime
blocks
time
the
and block
L.
Miloku.
Maze of Eth on taps.
You're not happy about having to block with your Miloku. You know what's
Absolutely
happening?
not. You just wargated for
He's
5
gonna-
last turn.
He's fine. It's gonna eat a 1/1.
No,
He doesn't have any
the
mana.
to make 1/1s.
He has
No, he
no
can block-
mana active.
He just blocks with Moloku. It's like it's a 1/1.
And
against
it
the-
dies? That's not a 1/1, that's
No,
a copy. That's a
the
Scarab God
Abzan
4/4 copy.
Scarab God make them.
I can't. What? How are you supposed to? I can't tell what its power toughness are.
It
4/4.
reads 4/4, I don't know what to tell you.
Not for me.
Really?
They're written on the card. If you had been here the whole game, doing
Yeah,
something,
if
playing out
you
that
had
game,
been here
you
the
know.
whole game, you'd know what's up. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so 404 has
4/4.
Ash Barons in hand. and that's pretty much it.
This is game, right? Like, there is no way that you can beat, like, another round.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's dead. He's dead to attacks, and he's dead to another
In
siege
fact,
rhino
he
in the
just
graveyard.
okay.
That's
Siege rhino on
crazy.
board.
Well, alright.
This was game 1, by the way.
That was game 1, yeah. 4/4 is on Winter Orb.
Why don't, while this game gets going, why don't the other players tell us what happened in the games?
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't draw any lands, and I got wrecked.
For like the first 5 turns, he didn't draw any lands, and I basically cast Kalidas on turn 3 and 1.
So it was 2-0 to you.
Yep.
I
2
2
out of better numbers. Game 2, I kept a weak hand off the back of a young Pyromancer and a Mazabeth, and I had a Gas-Atomize on top, and things didn't pan out because, again, I couldn't find mana.
Petrified Field.
I didn't find a blue mana till like turn 8 or something like that.
Varvac.
Maybe turn 5. I was already dead by the time I found it, pretty much.
Varvac just passed through his entire turn.
That's unfortunate. Oh,
That's
no.
Discarded a
No,
truck.
they think that this is intentional. He wanted to pitch the Atraxa because he was gonna reanimate it next turn. He has reanimated.
Oh yeah, all right, that's fair. I thought he would have gone like breeding pool, bop, but all right. And then
This is a faster line, and doesn't work as well in the face of Mazobith, which 4/4 artfully didn't play, but the first turn. But yeah, Varvac may not even go for it anymore at this point. He may just go for land ball.
Does 404 run Knight of the Reliquary?
Varvac
Assuming
in
so.
Discord chat.
Yes, retreat.
Is my head too small or my brain too big? Oh my god.
He's on the Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, no, he discarded Atraxa so he can reanimate it turn 2.
Wait,
that's
why didn't he
pretty
play a
good.
land? What did he? Oh no, that's a pull.
Oh, if you don't play the, he was on the.
Yeah,
No.
he was on the draw, but he had 7 cards in hand, so he drew to 8 and then discarded to hand size.
Yep. So playing the land would keep you.
That's funny. Oh my god. In chat we have oh my god, I'm blanking completely. In chat we have
they'll like keep 7 past your whole turn. Like that's an actual play.
yeah. In chat we have 2 people who are friends of 404 who helped build the deck that 404 is playing. Or at least
Right.
as a group have pioneered the archetype that 404 is now playing.
4/4 is on a
archetype of
Varvac is on a pretty
34
spicy
Rhinos.
list. I think actually I don't like casting Reanimate turn 2 because of this Mazobith, and you're not proliferating anything. So I think that actually you should cut your losses and go land bop on turn 2, and yeah, you feel like an idiot, but you do what you have to. Still, we see
Body double.
Varvac
Body
on a
double.
pretty spicy hand of couple of lands. Eladamri's called Body Double, Sky Shroud.
So with the Atraxa
powerful.
up and the proliferate triggers or whatever, is there a situation where you would want to Eladamri's call for something that would trigger off of this?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd get like a JVP. It's pretty spice.
Oh! Atraxa hates planeswalkers! Oh my
Any
god,
number
that's
of
so dope.
permanents and/or players with counters on them. You can give yourself more poison counters
You can give yourself more
That's
experience
attack.
counters in the haze,
Yep.
if you're playing like
or energy.
which I think is actually, like I think that Marin of Clan Neltoth is actually like a hand you play in your Highlander deck. I don't think it's completely unreasonable.
Yeah, no, Marin's just a good card.
Um,
At worst, regrow something. Well, I mean,
Yeah. Like,
it's
just grave digging a card every turn is pretty spice.
It's really good. And eventually being able to just put them onto the battlefield for free is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
hey, our counting fingers. The person who made the deck is in chat and yelling at 404 for misplays, and he's saying that he's gonna lay down the gauntlet next week. Or sometime soon. So
Meditation and Sky Shroud.
Oh, okay.
Feel
So
free.
now Sky Shroud claim goes off.
Yeah, Skyshard
probably
Claim is
play-
pretty powerful. You can
Oh,
Skyshard
Skyshard
Claim.
claim for basic for probably drop Savannah. No, you already have the drop. Oh, you already okay. So you can't fetch blue, but like you Skyshard claim for Savannah and some other forest, and then Castle Adambre is cool because Skyshard claim lands don't come into play count.
Yeah, Skyshard Claim's pretty
And then
powerful.
you-
What do you Eldritch call in?
I don't know something. I don't know. I don't know about
Anything
what
like-
deck playing.
Anything like 8 mana or less at this point.
I mean, Eladamri's call for a Rhino?
Actually, you probably have this called for Rhino. I think I like that a lot.
Rhino seems pretty good against Mazebeth.
Yeah. Either that or something that goes well with the Atraxa, but at least is like JVP, maybe like Ooze.
Ooze? Dude, Ooze would be sick, actually.
But Ooze doesn't do anything at this point, right? No, the player has like creatures.
404
I mean,
has a
Without
mana
cre-
leak?
I mean, yeah,
active?
like 404 does care about his graveyard, so there is merit to getting a Scoos to start eating away at it.
The other
Yeah.
thing that you would have done in this scenario is cast Explosive Vegetation and not Ladamres, which I think is also reasonable.
Correct.
If
I
you
can
don't know what
see-
your Ladamres is calling for, which is something you might not,
I could see
Finds
Ooh,
Meekstone
404
with
getting
Enlightened
Meeks.
Tutor.
okay, so that means that you're probably gonna find something that can swing through the Mixed. Oh, Mixton is so bad against Athraxa, it has Vigilance.
Yeah.
Oh no!
That's a little
Also-
annoying.
So probably now your Ladamres call for something with Vigilance.
or something with less than 3 power, or three or less power. Deathrite Shaman.
Oh, DRS would be a
pretty
pretty
good.
hot get.
You
I don't
can
know,
stack
I'm-
that.
I'm
You could also
definitely
just go
still-
on the Rhino plan,
I don't-
right? Like,
I don't know
you
if
can actually just fetch Rhino and never plan to attack with it and drain your turn from 15 by making 5 Rhino.
I'm
That's
definitely still
a
on
slow
board with
plan.
the plan of Eladamri's calling for Scoos. I think that would be really powerful.
Schools is reasonable. Oh, you know
Yeah.
what you could get actually?
The
which is
Ooze
super
can-
hard.
Hmm.
You could get Tireless Truck.
Wait, okay, is Varvac actually playing the Ooze? Oh, please tell me.
Barbac's running Scavenging Ooze.
I have some bad news.
Well,
It's
I
not-
mean,
No Scoos.
So-
well, no, I can no.
If he's
I can
playing
understand.
JVP though, at this point you 100% get JVP.
Also
You
not
flip
playing
it-
JVP.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no threats to him.
Right, what a list.
Counters. And eventually you can. What's his ult even do? Does that like eventually kill him?
No, you don't even care. You can flash up. You can start by flashing back Ladamri's call for 1, so you can get whatever else you want next turn, and then you flash back. I don't know, something like Athraxa transformed JVP into a flashback factory, basically from like it just shortens the time you have flashback stuff so much.
Oh, you know what? You know what you can do. You know what you can do. You can
went for
no,
the
no, no,
Rhino
no.
plan.
Wait, does that work? I'm thinking like I'm curious if you use Jace's plus to shrink one of your creatures,
Oh yeah, then we can attack.
Will
with-
it-
Oh!
will it
No,
untap
that's-
before
Funds the EDA.
No,
the-
it doesn't work though.
I don't
Because
think
your
it
turn
will.
starts and then you're on top.
And then I don't think that it works.
Varvac is Eldritch Evolutioning his Bop. Let's see what he finds. Something to copy
Yeah.
Siege Rhino, presumably? Yep.
Yes, finds something to copy Siege Rhino.
What does he find, though? What?
Uh,
He found just
Phantasmal.
Phantasmal Image. Interesting. Is there not a higher CMC copy that he could have found with E EDE?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe he's not running all the expensive clones.
I
Maybe
mean,
Blood
most of
Evil
his
is the only
clones
expensive
clone out of the
clone.
graveyard, to be fair.
I mean, yeah,
This
I think
is
that
such
that's his
a
plan at this
weird
point to
matchup.
just make enough rhinos.
I
It's
mean,
not a bad plan.
he can still attack with the rhinos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still
You
get
just
one
don't get it
attack
eventually.
off of each of them.
Yeah, you just don't
Maybe-
get on tap.
Yeah, like he attacks next turn for 12, he gets in for 8, which leaves 404 at 1,
Yeah.
and
Ugh.
dead to the next rhino.
And
Excuse
then,
me
yeah,
for
he
yawning.
probably doubles for the win. Wow, okay, 30 for rhinos. I think he's gonna actually put
Well,
his
how
game in
did
the
he has to
deck.
get a rhino into the graveyard? For
I
that.
want to clarify. 34 Rhinos is not winning because 34 Rhinos is a good deck. 34 Rhinos is winning because 404
Siege
hasn't
Rhinos
found a
are-
single land since Mazavith.
Also, Siege Rhino is a very good card.
Oh my god! The Retreat to Coral Helm. If he finds a single land, he can top down all of them and they can never untap.
Winter Orb's
Yeah.
not a bad start. It doesn't deal with the problem at hand, though.
No. 404
Rhino.
gets hit for 8 right now. And then if Varvek ever finds another copy, literally ever, he wins the game.
Yeah. Yep.
I would like to point out that.
Nice catch,
so
Fingers.
I have been playing Elder Scrolls Online with some friends.
You've been playing ESO.
Yes.
Alright. What does this have to... Alright.
No. I just got a text from a friend who's very excited because he learned how to craft a table, and we have been complaining for a long time about how like our player homes have been very burned. There's like no furniture in them, and very shortly I've learned how to make a bed, and he's learned how to make a table. So we're like 40 sugar places, and he's very excited that he gets to craft tables now. That should be again, and I'm like, Lorenzo, please, I understand, but stop. So,
Varvek?
4 1 Rhino away from disaster.
1 Rhino away.
Yeah.
4-4 untaps his Mazavith. Oh, this Winter Orb actually kind of sucks with 404, because the only reason he's still alive
Yeah.
is Mazavith.
Yeah, and that's the only land he can afford to untap.
Doesn't have the lands to cast Metallic Rebuke. Which is just mana leak that costs 1 more, but you can tap artifacts to pay for it. But he doesn't have a single... Pardon me, doesn't have a single blue. 404 has been absolutely stuck on lands this game, unfortunately.
Yeah. But this Winter Orb also, like, is actually... He's
If
also
you're-
slowing down Varvak quite a bit.
If you're Varback here, do you want to just, like, cast Finhorn Elves so you have mana next turn?
You can also attack with the Finhorn Elves, and it's lethal.
Yeah,
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
you 100%
Passes
cast
against
him.
him.
I
He
don't
does
know
not
why you
do it.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm
He's also
not sure
mana
why.
neutral, yeah, there is no reason not.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree with the play not to not play it. Let's see, does 4-4 draw a land? Finds the land with irrigated farm.
Irrigated farmland.
Retreat to Coral Helm trigger so he can tap down the Atraxa and it'll never untap. That's really brutal.
I mean, yeah, like that's a start.
Let's go over to Varvak's side. Untaps the third land. Thragtusk.
Finhorn Elves. I guess the Finhorn Elves play wouldn't have done anything then. In this case, because
Well,
I
yeah,
just-
but he doesn't. He
it
doesn't
was
know
still
that.
correct to have played it.
Also,
Yeah,
like
that's just
now
the-
he would have more mana. Like he would still have 3 mana.
Yeah, it's
Not with the source of mana that is not locked by Winter Orb.
or the Big Stone.
4-4 draws Watery Grave.
All right, Watery Grave.
He can't pay the 2, so it is a tap land. And it won't untap unless he wants it to because of Winter Orb. But
This Maze of It does not need to be tapped right now, though. There's
Yeah.
no creatures to
It
attack
doesn't.
currently.
So Varvak seems to be.
Yeah,
Sorry.
404 is
404 now has counter spells available.
404 has an insane play, which is whenever Varvak casts something, he can cast Metallic Rebuke off of Winter Orb and Meekstone, which means Winter Orb won't be active until his untap step. Plus, he'll get to counter
You know?
whatever Varvak
Yeah.
does.
Although,
Man, all artists are weird.
How? Okay,
Varvak
Judge.
now- Varvak can DT for. Has drawn Demonic Tutor, which he can't cast right now, but next turn he will DT for probably Phantasmal Image to copy Siege Rhino and win.
Yeah,
No, the Phantasmal Image is
Phantasmal Image is already in play.
Oh. never
So,
mind
so, Judge, question.
Um,
some way to kill the Phantasmal Image so he can body double it.
some way to just kill the Siege Runner, rather. Or
He's
I guess the Phantasmal
4-4 is holding 2 counter spells in hand, which he can both
Yes.
cast. Yeah. So this DT is not going to resolve. It looks like
It
I
may.
mean, that you can also let the DT resolve and counter with it.
there's no way he lets his DT resolve. There's no.
I
point.
don't. I don't know about that. I'm inclined to let the tutor resolve if I have so much counter magic up, and just counter what they tutor
Yeah.
for.
I mean,
And then they
he
don't have
wants to
either
cast, no
That's
matter
a-
what, he wants to cast this Metallic Rebuke so he can tap down Winter Orb, and then on his next upkeep, untap all signs.
Wait a second.
Yeah, maybe that is correct here.
Wait a second. Is Barback playing the Eldrazi Leech?
Excuse me?
So
Metal
there
Leech,
is a
anyway.
card. There is an Eldrazi Leech with not Explode. What's the ability called? Emerge. That people called like,
Eldrazi?
oh, this is like a Rhino because it also
Yeah,
drains
Mindbender?
control, but on cast.
For
If he's
4 can
playing that
cast
card,
Moloku
I think its name is Abundant Maw.
what?
Emerge.
Yeah.
What a name!
Emerge.
I
Oh,
Abundant.
Abundant Maw.
remember that from.
Oh,
I remember that
Leech,
from-
not Lich. Leech.
no, Leech. Like one of those disgusting
Yeah,
things.
no,
that suck
yes,
your blood.
I'm looking at the card now. Abundant Maw. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Four.
splash you a
With the-
technical difficulty screen for a second. while I
Emerge
pull up
for
this image.
6 and a black. I really liked Emerge. I had a really fun draft deck in this environment. I went
So-
to time a couple rounds, but it was super fun to play.
You know what the worst thing about this whole debacle is?
What?
It looks like we might actually just go to game 3.
It might.
No
it looks like
way.
Rogue's gonna stabilize a little
Does
bit.
404 have Retreat to Emiria in his
Well,
list?
shit, how does 404 win the game?
I
Varvik is at
How does he lose the
21.
game? He has a Moloku in play, that wins the game eventually.
It,
Moloku gets to attack through Meekstone.
yeah?
Yes, the
Yeah.
classic
And Moloku makes
beats.
1/1s
I'm
that
ready.
can attack through Meekstone.
Speaking of, Moloku can actually allow 404 to replay his lands with Winter Orb, like
Yep.
through Winter Orb, and leave them untapped for next turn.
Well,
He has
I mean,
an
it does cost
exploration in
mana to
play.
do.
404 is in a pretty commanding board position right now, actually.
Oh, yeah, Exploration too.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
it's,
the-
yeah,
It's very precarious. I would say he has the advantage, but it's...
Varvek and Council's
Mm,
Judgment the
yes,
Meekstone.
it
oh
looks like-
yeah.
By the way, to
Okay,
see what
yeah,
he
that's
votes
Probably
for...
what he's
look at-
doing.
Pardon me?
That's probably game. Like, if the Mixstone goes away, this game's over.
Does 404 play any Wraths?
Let me
I
take
guess.
a look.
I mean, we know that Varvek has the body double, so a rat actually just kills him. But does he have any protection against this?
Let's see, Wrath.
I mean,
Cataclysm? He has pseudo-Wraths. But nothing that's like a hard... This is dead now, Wrath. He can
Dazing it.
balance, but he has too many creatures for that. Yeah. It's not looking good.
So, update on the missing players. The Insanity did show up, but he misunderstood. He misread what the information I provided him, which I had provided him correctly, I would like to point out.
Varvek has chosen
chosen
Meekstone.
So he's not gonna be ready for a while. But Icebrow has showed up, so
Yeah, I can get Esper into a game.
So maybe we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see what other... I'm trying to get, like, match results back.
Curses.
Mr. Tulip. Alright. Let's see. Do I have match results from... Yes, I do. Okay.
Can anybody truly have match results?
No, it's not possible. So we're going to Varvek's...
What happened to this council? Oh no, okay. No, the Mixstone did go away for it.
I mean-
404 just took a minute to choose it.
Yeah. At this point...
I cannot imagine that
now-
it's particularly easy to play that card through the Xmage interface.
No, the only way to tell is by looking down in the chat
Oh yeah,
logs,
looking at the chat. Yeah, because target.
which is really annoying. So, I mean, if you're 404 here, you just lose, right? Like, there's no way you have enough
I
interaction
believe
to make
the
this
game
happen.
So his hand is Una's Grace, Irrigated Farmland Dungeon, then Ancient Steering Starless Tower. I think you have the Ancient Steering.
I mean, he
find
can.
something.
He can. All right, so he can. Maze one of the rhinos.
So he can block Atraxa, Maze and Rhino.
Illusion, Chump Atraxa, and
He can illusion
Moloku
chump
block
both.
another rhino.
Okay,
Rhinos
so
have
he
trample.
doesn't just die.
Or no, he can make. No, yeah, you have to chump.
Yeah, no, Illusion has to Chump Atraxa.
You have to throw Moloku in front of a rhino because rhinos have trample.
Yeah, because trample.
Yeah, because you don't have enough mana to make enough illusions to quadruple block a Rhino. But you're not just dead. You still have another turn.
You
Your
get
board's gonna
one
go away
turn.
from-
I still don't like it though.
No, I mean it's not great. I'm just saying he's not just dead.
Yeah.
He's not just dead yet. Yeah, he gets one more draw step.
But
yeah,
He's gonna
he's
kill
so
decided-
far behind at that point.
All right.
Sorry about that. That went like probably to time.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'll say this much. You, when you finish game one, both of their matches had already finished.
Again, my friend for this deck, so I'm gonna blame him.
No, he's in chat. Do not blame him.
Blame him directly.
These games were very enjoyable to watch. Like,
Those games were hella fun to watch.
Yeah,
Especially game
it's a very fun deck.
It looks a lot of fun actually.
Yeah.
So we have Esbrau has now arrived. There was a little bit of miscommunication with the Insanity, so he's not gonna be.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I was giving him time to show up.
I actually have to ask, how many quote unquote rhinos are actually in that deck?
Originally it was 34. I think there might be
Oh
less.
my
now.
god.
Because-
I hope there are less now.
I had to cut a few because I realized I did not have any removal. I needed removal.
It's
Yeah.
fine. You can play Siege Rhino. It's like removal, but for players.
So
Destroy
think
target
it's like-
player.
32-ish.
I would.
That is
like
insane. That is
A
madness.
lot of
It's-
comp.
Everybody
Pretty
be
good.
aware of the fact that I have a cookie, and they will eat
Okay.
it now. Just so you know.
It
I have the perfect tech against that deck, though. You just hide. You just hide
Okay.
Yeah, you just hide seek it.
I just want to say,
Bye bye rhino. Bye bye deck.
32 rhinos or whatever the fuck that deck is called is insane.
It's very.
You are crazy.
I know.
It's not good. It's,
The original plan was I was gonna demonic
It is
tutor for
insane.
Phyrexian Metamorph
are you
Get the third
kidding
copy.
me?
and kill him. But then he double mana leaked it, I guess.
Alright, I have match results for round 2. Is everybody ready?
Bad results? You mean?
You mean
Parents.
Parents.
You know what? Alright, look.
Despite it being probably enough time to get in a second round.
I
No,
don't
no,
get
no,
paid
no, no.
enough for this.
Elo and I, we're running this tournament on a delay, so we're actually like 2 hours ahead. We already have the results.
Yeah,
You see-
we're
you see,
in the
that's
future.
trap.
Bit of a Steam delay.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Turns out 34 Rhino wins.
Yeah, wow. What a weird deck.
Alright, so we have 404 is playing lands versus
viewers.
Ad Nauseam Tendrils. We have Artirian playing.
Alright, hold up. Let me.
We have Artirian playing. Why do I keep calls? Oh no, never mind. Artirian playing Grixis Control versus Mr. Tulip on Mavericks. 5Cs playing Mardu Midrange versus Esbrau playing Blue Moon. And Lofty playing The Rock versus Barbac on the list of the video. So I think we should watch one of the either 5Cs versus Brower Artirian versus Mr. Tulip. Those are matches that we haven't looked at yet.
Well,
They're
we
two
have.
old people that we haven't.
We also have a bye. So in the booth with us for this round, talking or not, will be Tenebre. Say hi.
Hi, Tenebra.
You
it
completely
Tenebra
spoke
or
over him when he said hi. Be quiet and let Tenebra say hi.
Never.
I'm gonna be.
Stop it!
I'm gonna be sitting
What's it
here
open?
fucking goldfishing Storm probably.
Exciting.
Maybe I'll pop in for some commentary.
Feel free. So
So we have Mardu versus Blue Moon or Mavericks versus The Rock.
We've
Sorry,
got-
not The Rock.
two control matches. We have a control mirror. Wait, no, we have control versus. Is it Maverick? What is it? What is Tulip on again?
Yeah, it's Black White Hatebears. So yeah,
It's more of an aggro deck than a Hatebears deck. I played him around.
All right, fair enough. Let's watch Thunder Numbers versus Esbro.
I like the plan.
Yeah, and they're getting in. Oh. Xmage is so weird. It just blanks out the button. Like the button's still there, just there's nothing on it. All right, requesting permission to see hand cards.
Hand cards.
Match players. Esbro, who's on Blue Moon, versus
This is a pretty disruptive hand of Thunder Numbers with Council's Judgment, Hymn to Turak, Kitesail Freebooter, and lands. Which is probably a good hand to keep against Blue Moon, but you'd rather have more pressure. On the other hand,
interesting.
Browser
Young Pyresi and Blue
slammed
Moon.
down this young Peasy, and this is not gonna go well for Thunder Numbers. It's gonna slam this Turak thinking it's safe. It's gonna eat a daze, and this game is not gonna be over, but it's not great.
So, I'm curious. You, the Red Mage, play a lot of Blue Moon, correct?
Yes, although my list is a lot more controlling in this talk.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Young Pyresi and Blue Moon?
I mean, I don't play it. So
Treasure
I
Cruise
think
Impulse.
I think it depends what the style of deck that you're trying to play is. I detest tapping out on turn 2. I do not
That's
want
fair.
to tap any mana on my turn until turn 5, basically.
So
That is the style of deck that I like playing. So I do not like.
That's up for everybody.
Let's on Kitesail Freebooter, which is still gonna eat a daze. But
I mean, I think leading on Kitesail Freebooter is absolutely the best choice because if you can sculpt out the best card out of his hand, if you can sculpt like the worst card out of his hand and then hint to Turok him next turn, you have a higher probability of getting really annoying cards.
most of these decks don't actually play that
Wasteland.
many. Oh, interesting. Don't
Wow.
actually play that many free counter spells. Like it's usually often not even days. It's often just force of. So I think you can feel pretty reasonable in I'm gonna jam this Hymn to Turak into your hand, and if you have the force, you have the force, whatever. But if you don't,
Are we gonna crack Marshflats for Godless Shrine or Basic Planes?
You cannot crack for basic planes because you want to have Hymn to Turak.
Terminate.
So terminate.
I think that's the correct play. Actually, I think because Esbrow has gone so down on mana, his engine for pressure is that Young Pyresi, and getting the engine out of there is a really good way to
Except that
control the game.
you don't want to play the go long game against a control deck.
Oh no, absolutely not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like he was applying a lot of pressure early game with
Yeah,
that
he
Young
was.
Pyresi, and by terminating that, you remove all of the advantage that Esbrow is getting because it's sort of like energy. Esbrow plays an effect, and then he also gets a 1/1, and by killing the young Pyromancer, Esbrow can't do these like 1-for-1 trades and get more advantage than you. Hello to Granny Sohail in chat. Hello.
Hi,
Impulses
Jane.
in response. I think that's fair. Unfortunately, Hymn to Turok doesn't cost 3, so there's no way he could condescend the Hymn to Turok.
But him is like not even that awful at this point. You already have some lands. You have an impulse for the Phantom if you really need it.
Yeah.
You have some.
Him hits a land and treasure cruise.
I think you're perfectly fine. Treasure Cruise wasn't gonna get cast for. Actually, it was kind of close, but.
Lots
I
of
don't think his game was,
non-basics
like,
for Blue Moon.
that victory. True.
Basic Island. Well, alright. You know what? I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just back over to Thunder Numbers hands. So, Esper does have a hard counter in hand. We'll see what Thunder Numbers opts to play. Field of Ruin... I don't like Field of Ruin because it's not actually mana denial. Like, the reason that I like Ghost Quarter... Well, not Ghost Quarter. Like Tech Edge or what's the other? Wasteland? Is that it actually denies them mana? Like, you get to say no...
But Field of Ruin is not mana denial. It's land even for you as well. Which is the key thing. There is very little downside in running it. It's good to take care of cards like Wandering Fumarole. You don't just randomly plan to Field of Ruins their duals. That clearly doesn't do a whole lot. But if they have like a mainland or a Caracas or something like that, it's good at taking care of like utility. If you can afford it, it's good.
Yeah. Thunder Numbers really needs to kill this elemental so we can get the pressure off his back.
I don't think... I think Thunder Numbers is out of this game.
It's entirely possible.
His Brow is chilling on a couple of counter spells at this point. He has a little bit of pressure. Eventually he's gonna find land to fuel up this Wandering Fumarole.
It's really unfortunate for Thunder Numbers that Esper had the early game interaction, because at this point he has all the types of cards in hand that he could use to push Esper further into the dirt. Sorry for the vivid metaphor, but he's got like Vindicate, so you can Vindicate a land and keep Esper further off of you.
Honestly, the Days won the game. I think.
I would agree. Absolutely. I mean, Thunder Numbers doesn't have any pressure anymore. He's got a lot of removal in hand.
That's not great against the control deck.
Exactly. And like, the
point is that Thunder Numbers is at the point where he's being pressured, but also if the game goes to turn 20, he's gonna lose the game.
Yeah. I mean...
Oh, this V-click.
Oh,
oh god.
One of the big things that mid-range decks try to do in this format and in others...
And actually that is bad, because that means that one of the lines that he would have taken was to...
Let him push it.
Field of Ruin, and then use the Field of Ruin to get Revolt to push the click in his draw step when he was going to get clicked. But now that's not going to happen, and the click is actually going to take either Council's Judgment or Vindicate, which are fairly
I mean, mid-range, the like typical goal is land some sort of annoying and or sticky threat, and then just trade 1-for-1 until you win the game. Notably, you can't really do that if you don't have a threat. So, Thunder Numbers needs to...
not even necessarily... Like, that is more of the goal of, like, a deck like Tempo. Midrange just want to up-3. Like, that is what the plan is. I'm gonna keep trading, like, 1.2 cards for 1 until the end of time, and then the dust settles, and oh, look at that, I still have 2 cards in, and you have 0. That's the plan. Except that doesn't work when your opponent is planning to just jam Treasure Cruises, right? Like, if your opponent's deck is just card advantage, it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't care about your cute 1.1 for once. I'm just gonna draw 4 cards.
Well, right, and if you're trying to, like, win the game on versus Control, I suppose gonna be right back. What a madman! We're watching you. If you're trying to win the game versus Control in a mid-range mirror, what you're really trying to do is apply pressure, and there's no pressure application from Thunder Numbers here.
Esper decides not to go for the click, which I think is actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
You want... So, I think because Field of Ruin got activated, now you tap the land for mana, and now you can click with counterspell backup, which is great. But I think that without being able to have counterspell backup, I like not going for the click. Now I think you click though. Now I think that because this Field of Ring are activated, you absolutely click your opponent.
Astro's just gonna be right back. I really hope he doesn't get kicked out of the game. Would you like to go watch Arterian versus Tulip?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Just unfortunately he has to go right now.
Yeah,
Let's stop watching.
that's alright. He's gonna be back.
Alright, let's go over to Arterian. Boom. Oh god, I gotta change the things. I gotta do the... Oh. You guys, so much effort.
We'll see how this works out. Mr. Tulip is applying vigorous pressure. And he's still chilling on a Hallowed Spirit Keeper in it.
I gotta request...
Plastic stackage, can take care of the maze of it.
It's interesting to me that Arterian... Like how this matchup typically plays out. Because, is this a bad matchup for Arterian? Because there's a lot of pressure being applied early, or is this a great matchup for Arterian because he can
That is
2 for
entirely
1?
dependent what Mr. Tulip's deck look like, but probably it's I think it's in Tulip's favor.
Tulip takes it. Alright, fair enough. Wait, is
I
that
think
the...
that's a little bit of a premature scope because Arterian did have a Toxic Deluge in hand, but
Tulip keeps an absolutely brutal hand of turn 1 Inquisition into turn 2 Dark Confidant into eventual Ravages of War. Arterian
pretty
keeps
good.
Preordain into Collector Brutality. Notably doesn't cast a
Out of-
land turn 1. Cast a land. Doesn't play a land turn 1 that can...
This Preordain is gonna be good at any point in the game, and you have this Temple of the Seat and Wandering Fume rolled into having to play top, so I think
Yeah.
it's pretty reasonable.
I agree.
As far as follow-ups to Bob go, Ravages of War is a pretty good one.
You're not wrong. Inquisition hits Collector Brutality. Because, I mean,
So,
what else is he going to hit? The Preordain?
I'm
You ever had the
thinking-
privilege of going turn 1 Thoughtseize and taking their mana dork? Just watching their entire hand crumple? Finds a Jace the Mind Sculptor off of Preordain.
That would require that I have had mana dorks in my deck for whatever reason, which is clearly not something I'm about.
So, what does Espro do here? Or not Espro? My god. What does Tulip do here? Cast Dark
Slams
Confidant,
it
I guess?
all, apparently. I mean, he has... Arterian didn't have...
Didn't
Still
have what?
doesn't. Any removal in hand, like, the only removal that Mr. Arterian had in hand, was the Collective Brutality, which got stripped away. So now this Bob is free to go, and yeah, he's gotta draw cards.
I hate how you have to change hands and trash. Arterian only has 3 lands up.
Yeah.
So-
Honestly, I think that this is really very easily fixable, which is if there are only 2 players in the game, just pressing the switch hand buttons go to the other player's hand instead of having to select from a drop-down menu, that would be just make things so much easier.
Yeah, I really wish I knew how to program so I could change small aspects of my Xmage client, but I don't know what language this is written in. I think it's
It's
Java.
written in Java.
Yeah, I think it is Java. I don't
It
know
is.
enough Java.
I mean, I could look into it, but I don't want to mess around with Xmage's code because I'm sure it's.
I'm sure
Fine.
it's hideous.
I'm sure it is
I don't want to
spaghetti.
be unkind.
We have 404 in chat. Notably, 404 made all of the backgrounds for this, like all the fancy art that you're seeing, as well as this cool card thing where I get to drag images over and you can see them.
Yeah,
So
the
thanks to him.
backgrounds look good. I'm just saying that the code is probably ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the code is almost definitely disgusting. Oh, Arc Trail. See, this is why I think the matchup could be good for Arterion, because he's a lot of removal that can 2-for-1 consistently versus Tulip.
Yeah, it depends on how many of this type of Arc Trail you play. But like Arc Trail, after Arc Trail is great. But after Arc Trail, the quality drops down pretty steeply. Can you play, like,
Hey.
Twin Bolt or like Dual Shot? Or are you playing,
Electrolyze?
like, Electrolyze, okay. Electrolyze is pretty strong.
Let's actually take a look at the list.
But like, okay, it's after those two, right? But he's not playing like Arc Lightning.
He's definitely not playing Arc Lightning, you're right.
I had that, true story, I had that Lightning in my deck for him.
What does Arc Lightning do again?
It's the 3 mana for 3 damage divided as usual.
Ah.
It's not bad. By
No.
any stretch.
Toxic Deluge, yeah. No, that you're right.
Yeah,
That's
and
the
like
only-
Tulip has already 3 rebuilt, can't cast his Jace.
Mardu.
So he's probably gonna be taking a hit and fourth, I would guess.
I think that, well, Tech Edge triggers 4 or more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did... I mean,
It also takes a mana to activate, so
Tulip probably just wants to cast Ravages here, right? It could get countered, sure. But if it doesn't, then you
just win the game.
just win the game, right?
I think that's pretty reasonable.
And
Yeah, I
Arterion
think-
doesn't have a counterspell in hand for it.
Doesn't.
We know
Gets
that. He doesn't, but we know.
He gets to fourth for some lands, but
Resto is also a compelling difference. Exile target non-angel creature you control. Yeah. Swings with both. Sophie is also pretty powerful. Oh,
activates
alright.
Wandering
Now
too
you
much.
definitely Ravages of War.
Well, now you're gonna have one less creature.
So?
The Warrior is gonna bite the dust.
What? It doesn't matter. Arterion cannot crawl his way back into the game.
Oh, it blocks the Kithion?
You can activate the
guess?
invincibility, but... I don't know if you really want to.
Yeah, but like it still doesn't make. You probably don't, but it doesn't make any sense. Why you're going? Why are you giving me? You can just block the Mardu Warrior and not.
Yeah. Maybe Arterion wants to deny him man. Resto's in response. Alright, fair enough. Maybe Arterion is trying to force Tulip to tap out over and over again in order to acquire enough lands to play Foth.
Oh, Arterion is playing Soul Ring?
What?
That is very interesting, and also makes his Ravages of Wars.
Yeah, it makes the Ravages of War a lot less good.
But
Tulip-
I mean, now his board is very commanding.
You're not wrong. If Tulip draws another land, he can cast and equip Sophie onto the Resto, which will be probably the biggest pain in the ass on the planet for Arterion.
I mean, he doesn't have Pro Black, and Arterion is playing black mana, so like, any Doomblade
Yeah.
thing.
But at the same time, it's still a Sophie. Like, it's
Oh, no,
still
I mean,
protection
I'm-
from 2 colors.
Yeah. I think that's enough where you like try to fourth and see if you find like a negate to take care of it.
Ravages. Yeah. This is a fair Ravages, I think.
Yeah, response by fourth.
So what?
I mean, I don't know. You
It's
find
theoretically
like a negate.
possible for him to find a counterspell.
Yeah, he might find like a negate or something, or even just land. Like,
No counterspell. Bunch of lands, though. The lands are going to be annoying for Tulip.
he has a Soul Ring. It's gonna be able.
And
Nope,
Arterion
besides,
concedes.
Is that enough?
That's fair. Huh. Unfortunate. Let's see if Espero's back. I think overall that matchup is bad. Like at the end of the day, when you look at it and you... Oh, sweet. I can already...
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're back to playing.
Thunder Numbers
so
doesn't
the
have any
numbers
cards in
is,
hand.
just-
That's why. Alright.
Yeah, but he did just lay Gaza.
Neither players have any cards in hand. Alright. Slams Gaza. Espero draws...
Electrolyze, not as good.
Electrolyze. Yeah, it's not looking good.
You
Not
probably
looking
keep
good
it
for the
nice.
control deck with no lands in hand.
Yeah, you probably lies the ally, I guess. And see if you get a redraw of some sort.
Thunder Numbers is on Mardu.
Electrolyze is good, but I think it's less good than people give it credit for.
Excuse me?
It's 3 mana. 3 is so much mana.
I think, yeah, I guess you're right. The big draw to Electrolyze for me is that it's an instant, and it always 2 for 1s,
Yeah, I mean,
and sometimes 3 for
don't-
1s.
don't get me wrong. I do not think that Electrolyze is a bad card by any stretch of the... I just think that people think it's, like, incredible, and I think it's just good.
Yeah.
This is the distinction I'm trying to make. I'm not saying Electrolyze is bad. I'm saying people think Electrolyze is like a 9 out of 10, and I think it's like a 7 out of 10, or something like that.
Interesting perspective. I think it's a lot better in non-control decks, to be fair. Lots of really powerful cards in hand.
So
Finds
lots of
Treasure
recollection
Cruise.
for Treasure Cruise, which is pretty good.
Yeah. This is a really interesting build of Blue Moon from Esbrow. It's not particularly control-y. This is a very,
Yeah, it's a fairly mid-range build.
black-red mid-range, black-red, or blue-red tempo, blue-red mid-range.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite direction of the one I went into.
Yeah.
I think he
Draws,
has to slam. Yeah.
gifts, remand, land.
Yeah, but he has to pitch both of them because I think he has to slam Reveler at this point.
Yeah, without Reveler, you're not applying enough pressure. Finds Personal Tutor, which is pretty good.
Yeah, but
What does he find with Personal Tutor?
Merchant Scroll, probably?
Pass the Reveler in response, that's fair. Yeah, finding Merchant Scroll is probably pretty good. I mean, what does he have in hand that would be or what does he have in deck that would be willing to Merchant Scroll for? Oh, lots of
Recall, maybe?
What?
Recall, maybe? No, if you're playing Personal Tutor.
He's not playing Recall. Let's see what his point spread is. Do, 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 do.
Oh, wait. Wait. He finds Madcap Experiment.
Bonfire!
Die. Or Bonfire of the Damned. That is a magic card. Yeah.
Is he playing? He is playing the Madcap combo. What the hell
Yeah,
is
so
this?
you also have found like Madcap.
Yeah, so
Putting Miracle
Bonfire is gonna clean up.
it's fun.
Also good.
here, I'll try to, let me, okay. I'm gonna open up a notepad. Here's
How
a
many
notepad
counters are on
document.
Gideon right now?
Just gonna copy over the
How
points
many
list.
counters are on Gideon?
4. Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Is there any
ugly and
reason
I'm
you don't-
sorry, but
Is there any reason you don't plus Gideon to attack here?
continuing
Because
to make
you
two
know the
twos.
bonfire is coming. But
Yeah,
you know the
no.
bonfire is coming.
In the face of Bonfire, I think you 100%.
That way you get it for 7 there instead.
Yeah,
of
you got it for as much damage as you want. Because you
and
know
then,
that Gideon is not gonna be
and
around.
then that would mean Esper also has to tap an additional mana for the bonfire.
If you can cast Bonfire
It's
on
okay.
6, that takes Thunder Numbers down to 2. Anyway, earlier in the stream, like
Bring-
way earlier in the stream,
Gideon.
I mentioned that because Ancestral went up to 7, a lot of people were playing small point spreads. Let me give you an example of that. This is Esprow's spread. He's running Mystical Tutor, Gifts Ungiven, Dig Through Time, Mana Drain, Merchant Scroll, Personal Tutor, Treasure Cruise, and TNN. Rather than Ancestral, Mystical Tutor, whatever, right?
Dig through time, probably.
I would probably be running Ancestral, Mystical Tutor, Merchant Scroll if I was running Ancestral. Don't save
Yeah,
changes untitled. Get out of here.
I think that's actually pretty reasonable. Because Merchant Scroll also finds Misty Hold.
Yeah, if you're in... Is this Thunderember's hand? Rakdos' return? That's
Oh, yeah.
not good at all.
Yeah, he's got
Also,
Rakdos'
terrible grammar. It should be Rakdos and then just the apostrophe return.
Actually, it shouldn't. Rakdos is a guy. It's a singular name.
Yeah,
Rakdos...
it was weird.
Well, Jesus
This
is a
is not-
singular name, and you put Jesus apostrophe if you're saying something that
That's
he
a
owns.
No,
weird
see,
exception.
Jesus is.
You don't put apostrophe S after a
In-
name that ends in
in-
S.
In
Yes, you
spelling,
do.
it's I don't know. It's weird. There's
No, like you only do not put the apostrophe S, and you put the apostrophe if it's plural.
You can Rakdos' return for 5 here, can't you? Just to kill JT Mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7? Yeah.
Yeah, and Thunder and Brow has
Yeah.
been
People in chat agree with me.
consistently had like no cards in hand, basically.
I'm pretty sure it actually depends on like what style guide you're using. Like I'm pretty sure some people recommend one and some people recommend the other.
Probably. That would make sense. Cast Rakdos' return for enough to kill Jace. That's correct. Unfortunately, it's not going to get Esper to discard a bunch of cards, but... I mean, hey, killing a Jace is killing a Jace.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to, right? At this point, you're kind of trying to make sure that the board stays stable.
on this board. 7 mana destroy target Jace is probably fine.
Tulip in chat, this is the content I crave, arguing about grammar. Finds JVP. Esprow has been drawing super live with a bunch of things that recur stuff out of his graveyard after a full game.
Yeah.
You probably want a literal actual Daddy Jace for gifts on given, right? And then you just find
To
a
be
gift
fair,
package that wins the game.
It is true that on average, Esbrow's draws are going to be more impactful than Thunder Numbers because he's a control deck. So, like, now that the game has gone long, of course, his draws are going to be better.
Right,
because
that's
how
fair.
Control decks work. He has been peeling pure liquid fire from the top of his deck, which is kind of incredible, but
Holds
on
a memory
average, his
lapse.
draws should be better. But
Best memory lapse art, by the way. I love this. This is so funny.
is that the guy with the head puzzle?
Yeah. So, what does he
It's a-
gifts? He's gonna find personal tutor for. But like what is gifts find in this list? Blood Moon, something to recur Blood Moon with. Personal tutors for Madcap Experiment. The game's
I
probably
I mean, you just
over
find
if that
spells and
resolves.
like snap. You can find like you can make a pile of like Snapcaster Mage, Flood of Recollection, and
And then
the
2
spell
spells
you want to, and like yeah, the spells you want, and you'll get the stuff you want, or like JVPs and other.
You
thing
can
roll
Chandra
by.
Torch of Defiance killing Jace here. That's hilarious.
It's gonna eat a memory lapse, but yeah.
Here's the thing, though. It shouldn't eat a memory lapse, because when Esprow resolves his Madcap Experiment to get Platinum Empyrean, what you really want is to be able to hold a counterspell to protect your Plat. Right?
That's true.
Because the Plats is way more important than JVP here. And way more important than protecting the Chandra. Because if you can just land the Plats and swing in with it, Chandra's dead.
Against the mid-range deck, I am not even sure that's correct.
Yeah.
JVP is a hell of a magic card.
I disagree with countering the Chandra there. I definitely think that playing the Madcap Experiment with protection for the Platinum Empyrean is way more valuable.
I don't know. His graveyard's
Here is the
pretty
thing, though.
stacked.
You do not need to even play the Madcap Experiment.
If Platinum Empyrean hits, it wins the game. That's my thing. If you can protect the Platinum Empyrean, it will win you the game on the next crackback.
So will the JVP.
Eventually.
That's gonna take longer, yeah. If you're
I
playing a
don't
control deck, eventually is basically the name of your game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think having the Platinum Empyrean with protection is more valuable to me than preventing the Chandra for 1 turn.
I mean,
Chandra flips
honestly,
Kolaghan's
it's
command off the
possible
top.
that you are correct.
What is this? See? This is exactly why you need to have the memory lapse
Bro
up.
is now sad.
Because you can counter Kolaghan's command.
Yeah, Kolaghan's wind's gonna answer both, which is the problem. No, Jason's
That's
just
a
gonna go to
twofer.
Guys.
Wait, did he
why
not
does he
cast
not-
it?
Oh,
Doesn't cast it?
tapped out a
He
red
didn't
mana.
have red mana.
The Madman! He had
He'd
so
only
much
had-
white and black.
Only 2 red sources.
Yeah,
That
he
is-
only had 2 red sources.
Only the 2? Wow.
Oh no.
That is deeply unfortunate.
Yeah, there goes the answer. Well, the best
Yeah,
answer.
he's still condemned.
Wow.
Yeah, it still is. Is that what he has in hand right now?
Yeah, condemn.
Okay.
It's a -3 to aggravate thing, yeah. Dude, that sucks.
Yeah, that's
Platts
that's
wins.
unfortunate.
Well, no, he can condemn
Oh,
the
he's
Platts here.
condemned.
Plat gets condemned, but
Then Espero goes up to 24, and then we play the waiting game, and one of these decks is better at playing that game.
yeah, one of these decks though has a Chandra in play that is.
The other one
beats
does have
the
a Chandra in play, and the Chandra is definitely
Chandra beats JDP.
Chandra kills
I
the
hate
base,
this.
and then we'll eventually kill Espero.
This is potentially the worst part of Xmage, where you get so far zoomed out that you can't tell how many counters is on a Planeswalker. It's 5 right now, by the way. Do you want to just continue taking up Chandra until the end
yeah,
of
it's
time?
basically drawing cards.
FTK?
Oh no, don't do
Oh
this!
no!
That's so sad! It's not a May!
It's not a May.
Oh!
It doesn't say opponent. Oh no!
Oh. Yuck.
Ripping pepperonis. The
Wow.
FTK.
Oh, Shatter pulls from
Fire.
nothing as he figures out.
We all make that mistake at least once.
What an
Oh,
interesting
no.
matchup. We ground down to the end of the game, and both players are making flagrant misplays.
I feel like there should be a reminder text on Flametongue Kabu.
This is game 1?
You can target your own creatures. Wait, is it?
Yeah!
No, there's no way.
God, we're gonna be here forever.
They finished the game whereas Brow left, right? Like,
No.
this can't be the same game.
No, this is the same game. Look at... Hover over the players and tell me how many wins each of them have. 0. This is game 1. Oh my god.
Hey, it's I mean,
Control.
matchups. Control, baby.
Hmm.
Good to see one control deck is doing its job.
Wow. Chandra Torch of Defiance flips a Stoneforge
Finds
Mystic.
Stoneforge. That probably gets cast.
That's not bad. That's a good card right now. Has a Mox Ruby in hand, of course.
Probably goes and gets Batterskull.
You know Hardcast Batterskull?
I don't know if he's gonna cast it, but I think he goes and gets it.
Why get Batterskull when you could get Sophie?
Diversify your threats.
I guess. Sophie just has protection from Aspero's deck.
Yeah. That's also valid.
I mean, either of them is still probably good enough at the end of the day.
Yeah, Thunder Numbers has.
Aspero draws Miscalc. Probably just gonna cycle in the Miscalc main
Yep.
phase.
Honestly, I think that the thing at
Brainstorm.
was personal tutoring for the Platts combo. I think that where that game was, where the board is, even you don't want. I think you want like a Treasure Cruise or some powerful draw spell so that you can pull ahead.
Yeah.
Alright, finds a preordain.
Probably gonna bottom those two.
Bottom-
Draws Merchant
Find
Scroll.
the Merchant.
Fine!
Both finds Merchant Scroll.
This has been a really interesting, like, cantrip line. What does he Merchant
Yeah,
Scroll
we'll
for?
see what the Merchant Scroll.
Blue
What
instant.
blue instant do we get?
He does not play Ancestral Recall.
Blue instants. Is Foff in the bin yet? Let's see.
This is where he finds High Tide and goes off with.
Foff is not in the bin.
Cyclonic Rift?
Cyclonic Rift is pretty spicy, but it doesn't solve the problem that
it doesn't solve the
like,
problem. Yeah.
it only prolongs your agony. You need answers for this permanence that are in play, and like permanent answers.
I'm not sure there's a blue instant that does that. And concedes.
What about
His
Into the
bro
World?
checks to see if he has anything in his deck and pulls him out. Doesn't.
Doesn't and counters. Oh my god, that was actually game 1. I said it, but I didn't really believe it.
Now we go to game 2.
Yeah, alright then. Let's see.
Why do the games that we start watching always go to like a trillion?
We have ESP. We pick all the games. What the fuck is his hand? Is he keeping it?
Yeah.
He keeps it! The
It was the
madman.
7-6. His brow's hand is pretty good though. He's chilling on a couple of lands, Ponder, Personal Tutor, Spell Pierce, Gifts Ungiven, and Remain.
Personal Tutor is a sorcery.
Yeah, I think he just ponders here, and
Yeah.
Why not turn
Yeah.
1 Personal
Actually-
Tutor?
actually, I'm not even sure I like pondering. I think he just holds Spell Pierce.
Wait, what the? Thunder Numbers kept this?
Right? What is his hand? That was his first 6 too. No, that was his second 6.
No,
sorry.
it's a 7-6.
That's
ZP.
it is.
like- The actual worst.
No, it's not the worst.
Okay,
You're
it's
gonna
not the
have
actual
time.
worst, but it still ain't pretty good.
You're gonna have time. It's not like his brow's gonna kill you on turn 3.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
that
wrong.
is true. The problem is you're giving him time to sculpt his hand, and then have a way to answer your 5 and 6 mana spells.
Yeah, but last
Which is a
game,
big
last game,
Excuse
you
me.
did that and you still won the game, right? Like, grind the whole.
Yeah, well, there's white mana. Can cast Zealous Persecution. I mean, if this Abzan can stick, that's really good.
People on the server that the Insanity and I share are giving him a super hard time for failing to figure out what I meant when I told him that this is at 12 p.m. PDT, 3 p.m. EDT.
Arturian, you joke that he's not going to kill him turn 3, and no, he isn't, but he might kill him turn 4. He's got Gifts Ungiven and the Madcap Experiment combo, right?
Yeah, but Madcap Experiment is not a you die combo.
No, but it's pretty unbeatable. For Thunder Numbers, at least.
It's pretty beatable. Are you kidding? In Mardu, you can't beat Platinum Empyrean? You get access to Vindicate, Council's Judgment, Abrade, Colagan's Command. These are all cards that are probably in Thunder Numbers.
Alright, you know what? Maybe you're right.
Like,
What is
if
this
anything,
gifts package?
If I am
Full
Esbrow,
air
I am
package.
like basically never actually going unless I'm forced to.
It lands to blow up his white source.
I guess.
I think at both Tech Edge and Wasteland got beamed.
See, Madcap Experiment. Alright.
Goes for it.
It's
Yeah,
just
Wasteland-
gonna... It
Wasteland's
can't get
like-
go for the throated. Yeah, see? Thunder Numbers concedes. What did I tell you?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Doomblade
I mean, his hand
and
was too
company
slow.
also all kill it. Yeah, I mean, it worked that game, but I don't think you don't want to go for Platinum Imperium combo very often, honestly, in this deck.
Yeah.
Against this
Alright.
deck.
Alright,
Like,
game
look
3.
at his hand. Hero's Downfall, just... and your Platinum is gone.
What a hand. All Esbro needs to do
Thunder
is find a
Numbers
second
has
black
a
source.
much more potent hand, I believe, here.
Esbro.
Yeah, Esbro, though, has...
Hardcast Git Probe.
Sees his doom.
Finds Chain Lightning.
Yeah, Esbro's hand is pretty good.
Let's see how good it is after this Him to Turek.
He can't
He
find the second
gets-
black.
He
If
had
he
a-
Oh, he does find... He found the first black. I was too slow. With
Yeah,
Marsh
If
Flats.
he gets both the Mountain and Search for Escanta, it's very low. Bag.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, if he can
doesn't,
hit the mountain,
Chain Lightning, Miscalc are another good one, another couple good ones to hit. Although with the snap, you really don't want the Snapcaster Mage sticking around.
Hits Bonfire and Mystic Confluence. So there
That
goes
is
on
a-
the top end of the hand.
Probably the worst cards that you could hit with this.
So it's still insane.
Oh no, it's still good. Because of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
current
I'm not saying it was bad, but like now this search for is gonna get out.
Yeah, the Search is online, Snapcaster's online.
I
and they
still
both have
don't
good
understand
targets.
why he's playing Overwhelming Denial.
Overwhelming Denial is uncounterable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good in the control mirror. Theoretically.
Wouldn't you want Counterflux over it?
He's already running Counterflux.
Maybe he already has Counterflux.
He definitely is already
still
running Counterflux.
uncounterable.
Summary Dismissal is not uncounterable. It
No.
just exiles all. It just exiles stuff.
Okay.
It's not better. It's different. I like Summary Dismissal.
Espero Graveyard's Treasure Cruise. Huh.
Like
Makes
I
sense.
understand-
It wasn't gonna get cast for a while, and they start for. There's this Phyrexian arena in play, which is gonna be a huge problem for him.
Real talk. I understand that 4-mana counterspells are not very good, but I love them all so much.
Some of them are really cool.
I think they're really interesting.
Some of them are garbage, to be fair. Like, some of them are actually unplayable draft chaff, but...
Some of them are really cool, and by some of them I mean exactly.
Okay, I like
Exactly
Overall
what?
Denial. I like
Cryptic
Summary
Command.
Dismissal. I like Mindbreak Trap. Cryptic Command is really good. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Mystic
played-
Confluence is a 5-mana counterspell.
Yeah, and it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's a 5-mana counter spell that also can draw you 3 cards for a board. Like, I do play
Reverse
actually
Possibility.
Summary Dismissal in my own. So Miscalc the Lily of the Veil.
I agree with
I
you.
do actually play Summary Dismissal in my. Like, and that's the only other 4-mana spell I have.
Let's see what Thunder Number... What is Thunder Numbers playing moving forward here? He has a lot of interaction, but no threats. The Phyrexian Arena is really helping, though. This card is insane. Insane.
Yeah, I mean the Phyrexian Arena. If Bros doesn't find an answer to the Phyrexian Arena,
This is the matchup
next
where you
couple
want
of
it.
turns, He's gonna.
Does Esper really have an answer? I don't know.
There's
There's
almost
removal
nothing in his deck that
blue-red.
can...
No, yeah, I mean you can answer it or into the roll it back to their hand, or Cryptic Command it back to their hand and then counter it.
Yeah, you can return it
Yeah.
to their hand and counter on the way back down, but that's not a good plan.
I mean,
I mean,
it
all
doesn't
of the
always have
counter
to be
spells
good.
that this deck play, all of the bounce spells that this decks play tend to be non-cardies of bounce spells.
Well, Thunder Numbers just found a threat in the form of Monastery Mentor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna either chain lightning though.
Probably.
Yeah. He could fatal push it. He could fatal push, do nothing.
What?
You could when if Thunder Numbers had played his Monastery Mentor, and Espero went to Chain Lightning it, he could fatal push his own Monastery Mentor and make a monk. Before it dies to the-
He doesn't have Revolt at that point.
No.
That's the point.
You target
The
you,
monastery won't die.
you can target it whether it dies or not.
And
Yeah,
make
because
the 1/1.
Fatal Push says destroy target creature if its converted mana host is blah blah. It
This
doesn't say
Inquisition.
destroy target
Oh my
creature
god, this
with-
Inquisition.
This is gonna be pretty good.
To be fair, you can still snap back Chain Lightning, but
Yeah, you can. You can also get the overwhelming denial it if you really.
in response, Snapcaster Miscalc, probably?
Miscalc doesn't do anything.
Suck doesn't. Yeah, memory lapse.
Oh, Lapse,
Oh,
alright.
memory lapse, yeah. Oh, he beat the lapse, okay.
He pinned the Lapse earlier with Search for Oscanta. Nice. So,
And Starcaster Mage is also a threat, which is what you want when you're planning to
grind forever, yeah.
draw a bunch of extra heads with Phyrexian Arena.
I mean, to be fair, Shambling Vent can just block it.
Now runs
Every
out the
day.
Monastery Mentor. Probably. Like you run out the Monastery Mentor and then you fatal push the Snapcaster Mage, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. So, I'd like to take a moment while we're like,
Honestly, given that board, wouldn't you rather let your opponent just inquisition you and take probably the chain lightning? Well, I mean, you expect him to take the snaps, but he probably takes the chain lightning on the board.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I think you just let that happen. I think that's not that bad. Because you want to hold up overwhelming denial, and you know that he's not going to be able to take overwhelming.
Does Esper just cast Bedlam Reveler here? Like
You
chain
might.
lightning. Chain
I
lightning.
mean, you definitely chain lightning the
Bedlam
monastery
Reveler.
mentor, especially because it's
1,
free.
2,
Like-
3, 4, 5. Yeah, it'd be 2 mana.
with
Like
Reveler,
chain lightning
you
involves.
should chain lightning the mentor
You
and then
definitely
Battle
chain
Reveler.
lightning first.
Yeah, chain lightning mentor, then
You're
Reveler.
never gonna cast Overwhelming Denial on Surge 2 in this hand.
Electrolyze
Electrolyze
is
is
pretty
nuts.
good,
All right,
too.
never mind.
chain lightning electrolyze might just be better.
Chain lightning the
better.
mentor, electrolyze the
I mean,
monk.
Probably
maybe you
go
still just go.
elect-
Maybe you still just run at the. No, the electrolyze is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably electrolyze the monk and 1, 2,
Yeah.
2 thunder numbers. But he's
1,
still in a
1,
very rough spot.
hit the
Thunder
land.
numbers has drawn like what 4 extra hearts from this for X in Arena at this point. It's gonna be very hard for him to win.
I think
Yeah.
this is card number 4.
Finds the Inquisition finally. Does
Well,
it cast the
at this
Inquisition?
point,
Gives
Yeah,
the
this is an
Inquisition-
unfortunate Inquisition.
yeah, and for the good old Inquisition with.
Yeah, brutal. Inquisition whiffs a lot more in Highlander than a lot of other formats, because a lot more people are playing 4+ in this format than like
Yeah.
Legacy or Modern or whatever.
To be fair, it doesn't basically see any legacy play at all, but
Yeah, I doubt it would.
because I think that
Yeah,
people, well, I mean, people obviously play Thoughtseize first, then their next play tends to be Cabal Therapy.
Well, therapy.
Oh yeah, it's a good card. I would like to take this moment while we're kind of looking at hands and players are going for attacks to remind you that this tournament is completely free to play in. All you have to do is show up in the Canadian Highlander Discord. There will be a link at the bottom of the video if you're watching this in video. If you're not, go to facebook.com/Canadian Highlander, probably. Just go find Canadian Highlander on Facebook, and there's a link in the page. And come to the Discord. There will be an announcement in the tournament discussion channel about how to sign up on Thursday prior, and then just sign up and you can come and play completely free of charge. Come play. We love to see you. We have 10 people this week, and I'd like to see this a lot more often.
Blood Moon.
Yeah, the whole tournament is streamed every time. You get here potentially in the VOD my one voice and whatever else doing.
I can't hear anything you're saying. You're cutting out a lot. One more time.
Wow, that's very ironic, actually. I was saying, you get to hear the whole tournament is streamed every week. You get to hear my wonderful voice and whatever Eloquent is doing.
Presumably being sick for another month.
Doing the commentating on your play. If I decide to be cranky that day, you might hear me go on for 5 minutes about how I think you're awful, but to be fair, it only happened twice so far.
Finds the hero's downfall for... Well, he's been holding the hero's downfall
It's
for
currently
Bedlam
sitting
Reveler
on
for a while.
single black mana, unfortunately.
Oh, a Blood Moon, eh?
Yeah, Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the second
Red
slot.
Rover's no longer starved of red mana.
The skull, though.
Unfortunately, he's now starved of every other color.
Esper only has 1 blue anymore, to be fair. The Blood Moon's not perfect for him, considering that he's playing blue
Oh,
cards.
wow, yeah, I did not realize that. That is awful for him.
Doesn't have the
But-
double blue, though. Can only get the
Where's
single
the-
blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, just search for Ascanta, hopefully finds him something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you Sculler... Yeah.
Colors away, Baral.
Why take Baral when you could take Merchant Scroll?
I don't know.
Like, Baral's annoying. I agree, but Merchant Scroll can find the win?
I think that he wants him to Merchant Scroll for plots, because
Well, the
then...
problem is it's slow. at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean, So he
Merchant
he has
Scroll
to
slows
mention
molasses,
scroll
I
for
agree.
Personal Tutor. So he has to mention scroll for Mystical Tutor, which
Then
then
Mystical-
has to get
Mystical Tutor for Madcap.
has
Or just-
Madcap.
Draws the Platinum Imperium.
Can't cast it yet, but it's not that far, honestly.
He's 2 mana away.
Brutal that he draws the Platinum
Do
Imperium.
you Merchant Scroll for gifts and gifts for lands?
Merchant Scroll for gifts for
You
lands
would
is not
mention
bad.
scroll for Latnam's Legacy and shuffle the Platinum Imperium in your hand.
Latinum's Legacy is not on Xmage yet.
Get
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I remember that I was trying to do that. I actually posted on the Xmage forums.
Good.
saying,
I posted on the
hey,
Xmage
put
forums
this
about
cards on.
some Sky Shroud Beast, I think, which is it's 1 and a green XX maybe, where X is equal to the number of non-basics your opponent controls. Actually, give me a second. Let me look it up. Skyshard Warbeast. Found it. Whap. This isn't on...
What's the Waluigi one? Wow.
Excuse me? Wow.
What about it?
Merchant Scrolls for gifts ungiven. What is it gifts? Lands? Gifting lands is not bad. Yes.
I would go for that.
I
The
don't
cast
like
is
that.
Platinum
I think
Imperium.
I engage for some more
But
stuff. Granted, you
Yeah, I
can
don't know.
cast a lot of your deck because you only have one island. You know, between the fact that he only has one island in play and the fact that you have a search for Ascanta, maybe it was correct not to play Blood Moon.
Potentially.
You don't want this game to go that far long. Your opponent has a Phyrexian Arena in play. I guess you do have this Bedlam Reveler, which is pressuring them.
What do you DT for
Do you
black
think
here?
this-
So you can Heroes
You might
Downfall?
DT for enchantment removal.
Is he
Like a
running
Vindicate
enchantment
or
removal?
something.
Hide
He has a
Seek?
Vindicate.
Vindicate, fair enough.
Not running like Wear Tear.
No Wear Tear. Where
Oh, man,
dude,
I mean,
okay. Don't
Wear
can-
Tear Hide Seek would be good too.
don't act like Wear Tear is like a card people play.
I mean, you don't need
I
Wear
play
Tear
it.
when you're also running black because you have access to Vindicate, you have access to
fair.
the
Anguish
voice
Unmaking.
Vindicate for
Hide
Anguish
Seek's
Unmaking,
good,
you have access
though.
to After End, you have access to like O-Ring. You
I
don't need
agree.
to run dedicated enchanted removal when you have
But
access
he
to
could get
Hide
Hide
Seek.
Seek.
Hide Seek's pretty nuts, but he's not running it.
Why not?
I made fun of him when he signed up because he wasn't running any spice in his list. No Gerard's Verdict, no Hide Seek.
No, dude, Hide Seek is so good. It just beats that Rhino list.
Hide Seek is a genuinely good card. It doesn't beat the Rhino list,
I would go
sadly.
that far.
You seek away their Siege Rhino, and then they have to work a lot harder to kill you.
Yeah.
Except their list is still full of like sweet creatures like a
Yeah,
Choxa and like the Scarab God.
Yeah, but then you don't lose to Siege Rhino triggers. I don't know.
Thunder numbers
Why are
passes.
you all
I'm the
pretending that this
Shanta
deck
Flame
is good? I don't understand.
Tide Hollow Skullers holding Burl still. Chandra, Flamecaller.
Yeah.
Espero's hand is Gifts Ungiven Platinum Empyrean.
I mean, that's how you race.
Do you just use the Chandra? I guess that also hits Tide Hollow Skull. That's pretty bad.
Discard all your cards in your hand, then draw them many cards +1.
I think
X
none
damage
of
to
them
each
is in
creature.
race mode right now. I
J-
think you just make elementals and
Make
Sweet.
dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's like you.
the
you
problem
race
with making
Bedlam
dudes
Reveler,
is that the
You
Bedlam
can-
Reveler kills the Chandra.
Chandra will have 5 loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like,
Grau would need two.
Dies to 2 spells. Dies to exactly 2 spells.
Yeah.
Gifts
Or
for
one spell if
spells?
it's a one spell.
I mean, maybe you just leave the Tidal Skeller back to block. Swing for 6.
True.
Yeah, Bedlam Reveler, notably no trample. No prowess. Is there a prowess trample card yet? Probably, right?
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
No?
Probably not. Probably not. But
I will double check.
Please do. Thunder Numbers has ground out a lot of advantages for this for Xing Arena, but I'm not sure whether you're
Nope,
going to end up
nothing
with...
prowess and trample.
What if you kill yourself with Phyrexian Arena?
So I've managed to search for prowess and trample and mem, but I'm about to manage to search for actual trample. There is no hard with prowess and trample.
That's disappointing.
I don't think
Prowess
Thunder Numbers
is,
loses to Arena here.
Primary in blue and secondary in red, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, primary in blue, secondary in red, and trample is primary in
Actually,
green,
is that
secondary in
even
red.
true? Is that even true?
Yeah.
Oof. I think I would have flipped the Escanta here.
There's a
Honestly.
blood moon play.
Oh, right. It'd be a mount. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the Ascanta would have definitely flipped
Yeah.
if it hadn't
Yeah.
been a mountain.
Asprow has access to a single blue.
Don't mind me.
Gifts
Goodness.
for 4 islands?
It has to have different names. So you can get Island, and you can get Snow-Covered Island.
Snow-covered island?
I don't know
Also-
if Espro is running any snow-covered lands.
Wait.
He's running it-
Island, snow-covered island, forest, life from alone. Eh?
Also, actually, jokes aside,
Main phase gifts?
Why-
I think he's getting lands. I think
Yeah, I
he
think he's
wants the
getting
lands. So he
Why
can ponder and dig
is-
for something else.
Asbrow not running snow-covered lands.
Not running what?
Snow-covered lands.
Why run
He's
snow-covered
not running
lands?
snow-covered lands? What?
Iron
you're
snow-covered
running
lands in my
gifts-
list, you get to play Scred.
Oh, hey.
You also get more targets for gifts ungiven.
No, but I mean, I don't run Gifts and Giver in my list. But like, the thing is that you're running a lot of basics anyway. There is no downside to have those basics be snow covered. All of your basics to be snow covered, except maybe one if you want to do the Gifts and Given thing, so that you get to run Scred, which is basically an additional bolt.
Yeah.
Guys,
Eh.
Blue Moon has trouble with creatures that have CMC, like that have toughness 4 or more, because you do not get that many removal spells that can kill them.
Mm.
Scred is the best one up there. It's 1 mana and instant speed.
You gonna play Roast?
You
Alright,
can play
get
Roast and Flame Slayer.
What is this
but,
gifts
like,
pile?
Fiery Confluence and Lightning Bolt.
Fiery Confluence kills him. No, it doesn't.
I mean, it kills him eventually, but
Thunder
It
Numbers needs to put
probably-
Fiery Confluence
Fiery
and Lightning
Confluence-
Bolt in the graveyard.
probably. I think this is a pile that kills Chandra.
It does.
Well, the
Yeah.
Abrade doesn't. The Abrade doesn't hit Chandra.
But like as
well,
Thunder
the
Numbers,
Abrade, the
you
Abrade
need
kills
to
the
tolerate
Skeller.
your-
The Abrade kills the Skeller, which kills the Chandra. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the kill Chandra pile.
To be fair, as Thunder Numbers, you need to be careful when you're picking what to bin, because if you don't bin Fiery Confluence and Bolt, you die.
He does bin Fiery Confluence and Bolt.
Yeah.
So probably 4th Bolt killed the Tidal Scholar.
Yep.
And now the Bedlam Reveler has 5 power and kills the Chandra.
Yep.
And then hasn't raid for anything that comes back later.
Yeah.
I wonder.
So, but either way, just to put a cap on the discussion for Blue Moon before, my point is that a lot of Blue Moon lists have actually been starting running stuff like Harvest Pyre,
Harvest
is
Fire? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
which is 1 in the red. You exile X card from your graveyard and deal X damage to the creature.
Yeah.
Because you are that starved for cards that are capable of dealing 4 or more damage.
Yeah, for early game interaction.
And
like that.
Scred is the best, cheapest card that is capable of dealing 4 or more damage. It's an instant, it doesn't cost you anything, you just point and click, it deals however many. You can deal 6, you can deal 7 late in the game if you really need to.
Finds anguish on making for Bedlam Reveler.
And there is there are very few situations in which it's worse than like a shock, which is not the greatest, but still a perfectly reasonable card. And I still see a lot of people not run it, and I think that's completely insane.
So if your Thunder number's here, you probably want to just anguish on making the Bedlam Reveler and then hard cast Batterskull.
That seems like an excellent plan.
Anguish on making
Batterskull
the... Fair enough, now you can Hero's Downfall.
Wait. You don't hard cast Batterskull.
No,
you
yeah,
know that there's an Abrade in its browse hand.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, unlocks his mana base with killing the Blood Moon, then downfalling.
Yeah, also unlocks his browse, though.
Yeah.
Now this search for a Scantahem flip. No. Yeah.
He's gonna cast Sin Collector here, which can take the Abrade.
Maybe. Yeah, he does.
Well, I mean, why not? What do you have to lose?
Yeah. Notably, if the head taken by Sin Collector doesn't come back, if Sin Collector dies, it just counts.
No, Sin Collector just exiles an instant or sorcery.
Also, Sin Collector has one promo version that is one of the creepiest card I've ever seen in my life.
Well, let me look it up. What? Sin Call. I hit enter. Please respect me. Sin Collector. Friday Night Magic 2013. Oh my god!
So if you have this in paper, the foiling, the eyes are just disproportionately more foiled than the rest.
Oh my god!
Sometimes you just incline it and you see these eyes just shine at you.
Oh my
and this guy is just looking at you. He's like, I know what you did.
That is horrifying.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
What? I'm sorry, what are we looking at?
Promo Sin Collector.
Oh, yeah, that one looks terrible.
Yeah.
I hate that art.
Horrifying.
So much. It's
The
terrible.
especially like the foiling is done so well. Because the eyes are like more shiny than like everything surrounding them.
Flood of Recollection. Stacked Graveyard for Esbrow.
Yeah.
It's Fiery Confluence. Fiery Confluence is a kill.
Yeah, that opponent
6 to the
6.
dome. GG.
Fiery
Oh wow, alright.
Because Brow managed to pull it
Esbrow
out.
takes it.
Oh, wow. Yep.
Congratulations, that's incredible.
Wow, I did not see Brow winning that game very easily. And he
Woof.
just takes 6 to the dome. And the opponent's like, yeah, okay, and then dies.
Yeah, wow. Alright.
Yeah, this Phyrexian Arena
Oh god, I need match
costed
results.
too much life.
As someone who runs Phyrexian Arena, yeah, sometimes it literally just kills you. Same with Necropotence, except it's worse.
You could just choose not to do the thing with Necropotence.
Yeah, you can choose
But
not
you
to
don't
draw a
have your
card for
draw
your
step.
turn.
Yeah. So, by the way, that was a really interesting matchup. Like, how does Blue Moon typically deal with mid-range decks? Red Mage.
Blood Moon. That's your best tool against a style deck. At least, so it depends on the version that you're running. It depends rangey, like aggressive threats, or if you're just like hard control. The list that I am running, for example, which is much more geared towards control, has this weird matchup profile where it's actually fine against aggro because you have all of these cheap bolts that can take care of their threats, and it's doing fine against control because I'm playing a lot of like on the stack interaction, but it's actually garbage against mid-range on account of the fact that their threats often don't die to your cheap interaction, and they can grind like you can't, like, you need to counter all of their big threats or you just die.
So, out of curiosity, is everyone here wanting to do a 4th round, not wanting to do a 4th round? What are you guys feeling like?
I don't mind it.
I'm
I'll
debating if I should just head out or not.
Is there
I'd
anyone...
rather not.
Is there anyone
was
who
round-
absolutely cannot make a 4th round?
Wait a second. Was that round 3 or was that round 2?
That was round
That was
2,
round
which is
2.
insane.
Okay. I will say this at this point, that this has gone a little longer than usual, and I actually will have to head out pretty soon.
So we'll do round 3 for the end of it. All right.
Granted, we do have a buy because the incentive,
Wait, is there a buy?
Yeah, we do have
there
a
should be a
Sorry.
bias.
which
I
means
know I can. If there's gonna be a buy, I'm just gonna drop then.
All right.
But I'm
Let's just
back.
stop at 3 rounds then. Let's just cut it.
Yeah.
All right. So let
that's
me.
unfortunate because I was about to say that there is gonna be a buy, which means now we have another person even if to leave. But apparently that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I'm 0-2. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So
That's fine.
I
luck,
will
everybody.
get the pairings up.
Do you want to stay in the booth? Even if you're playing?
No, there's some other stuff I'm gonna go do.
All right.
At some point, I gotta have my league match with Wendy too. Or is it Wendy? No, I don't. Hold on. Someone. Mages. That's who I gotta fight. Anyways, later.
Yep,
See you
later.
later. Oh, we do have the insanity though. He has in the chat, so maybe
Yep. He's back
he
in.
can take on comment interviews for this last round. Well, I still have to stay for a bit. I just will probably need to head off pretty soon. So,
All right. I have pairings. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good luck in the very last round. So we'll get people in the games and whatever.
wait, do we still have a buy? How does that work out? We had 9
Insanity
players-
came back.
Okay, so we are pairing Insanity.
Yeah.
So
So
we weren't gonna have a buy.
we have a final.
Okay, in which case, can 404 take my place against Thunder Numbers? Because I do actually also have stuff that I would like to do.
4-4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be fine by you?
Sure.
Okay.
Is the
thanks.
record the same?
All right. So if
I'm
you
1-1.
can,
I'm
you-
also 1-1, so yeah, the record's
Okay.
the same.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then I think it's fine. Otherwise, we probably wanted to repair the whole thing. But...
yep,
It works. Thanks for the games.
All right.
no problem. Have a nice day.
Thank you everybody for showing up.
Yeah. No
as
problem.
long as it did. Yeah.
Yeah. So 404, just go pop into the chat with
Yep.
him and tell him what's up.
We should probably go watch Mages of the Beach and the Insanity just because the Insanity has just shown up and Mages is still running his absurd Adventures list.
Dude, he went 3-0 for one week.
I know.
Right? Come on. You gotta give him credit for that at least.
I'm not saying that. I mean, his list has been running a lot better than I ever thought. Oh, we could also just go watch Lofty and Tenebra, which are the players we haven't looked at all.
Yeah. Would you like to watch that? Well, to
I
be
don't
fair,
know,
the Mages game is gonna clear up pretty fast, huh?
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, let's watch that.
Where is the Insanity? Why is he not? Oh, come on.
Oh, he better. He's getting into it. Mages. So this is the last round, which means I'm gonna have to do some weird adjustments to try to like figure out what I'm doing, but it should be fine. This has been a really good tournament. I'm so glad so many people showed up.
Yeah. Rounds went a little
Long.
longer.
People on control. Gotta speed it up, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm kidding. I should probably put in the Insanity. And what's Insanity on again?
He's on a green-red ramp list,
Green Red Ramp. Okay.
which is running It's not skimping on ramp. It's running Black Lotus, which is not something we have.
What? Wait, is this Jeremy White's list?
Is Jeremy White's list, yeah.
Nice. So that's probably a pretty bad matchup for the green-red ramp list after all.
Oh, I can't imagine that he is anywhere close to being okay.
Yeah. So for those of you who
look at this list, he has Misty Rainforest, Forest, Taiga, Sylvan Library, 3 visits, Blood Moon, which is not a bad hand, right? Except that I think Mages is gonna win on turn 4. Maybe turn 3 if he finds some ramp.
So, for those of you who don't know, and we do this bit every week where we tell people what it is, but Mono Black Ad Nauseam Tendrils is a list that is predicated on playing a bunch of lands, tutoring for Ad Nauseam, casting Ad Nauseam, flipping a bunch of 0 CMC cards, so like a Quarter's Shield and Hangerback Walker on 0, and like a bunch of stuff that costs you 0. And then the last thing you find with Ad Nauseam is Tendrils. Like
you have to imagine that the insanity after seeing the opponent go Reliquary Tower, their shield into Swamp Delif's Cone.
Delif's Cone.
Probably in full like, what the hell mode? Do you know why Delif's Cone is called Delif's Cone?
Why is Delif's Cone called Delif's Cone?
It's the anagram, sorry, it was originally Delif's Ice Cone, and it was supposed to be an anagram of Don Feliz, which was one of the early R&D people.
Interesting.
And yeah, then the ice got cut for reasons. But yeah,
brutal.
It's actually a vanity card. It's not as weird as other stuff. Like, it turns out that Telim Tor, there's a couple of cards that reference Telim Tor, and Telim Tor is the anagram of Mr. Toilet, which was the nickname of another R&D person.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, again, one of the reasons that I say this is a terrible matchup for Green-Red Ramp is that both of these decks are pretty non-interactive. Like, Green-Red Ramp runs bolts and whatever, but Green-Red Ramp is not really searching to try to interact with the opponent on the stack or otherwise. So, the fact that Mages can get the Ad Nauseam and just win with it immediately means that Green-Red Ramp is going to have a really hard time winning games that it can find Ad Nauseam in.
The insanity, I think, is on average lower, even though he's capable of turning.
Lodestone Ball.
But I think on average his deck is a couple turns lower, which doesn't bode well with him. And Mages is stuck on lands though. So he's probably not going to be able to execute a very fast kill. And
how
fast? He needs to be casting this Cruel Tutor.
How fast can Green-Red Ramp win this game, do you think?
This game is going to take a while. He does not have any ramp targets.
Well, he has Woodland Beller and Challenger Flamecaller.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. He doesn't have anything like preposterous gonna like insta win.
Finds Farseek and Arbor Elf off the Sylvan Library trigger. I would put Farseek into hand and Arbor Elf and Forest on the top because you can go 3 visits, find a forest, Farseek, find something else. 3 visits essentially costs 1. Pays 8 for both.
I mean, you can cast everything, right? You can go 3 visits.
Farseek puts it in tapped.
Yeah, you can 3 visits for a land and then Farseek for something. So maybe you should have been putting top. This is not. You're not going to be playing Arbor Elf.
Yeah, I don't.
I think he has identified the opponents on some sort of combo that can just like whatever they hate. Like, his life doesn't actually.
Insane read to read that this is some sort of combo deck if nobody told him.
Well, let me put it this way. If your opponent's playing a Quarter's Shield and Delif's Cone, these are not cards that make their way into fair deck. Like, clearly the only reason that the opponent is playing this card is because they hold 0 mana. He might not have the read on what type of combo deck this is, but
I don't think anybody does.
well, he can cast Cruel Tutor now.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
Got the
I
Grim
mean, I don't
Monolith in
know. He
hand.
still can't cast. Still is not close to doing that.
No, he can Cruel Tutor for Ad Nauseam, and then next turn, play Grim Monolith, and then the turn after that,
Oh, he has a Green Monolith? Oh, I
In
missed
hand,
that
yeah.
part. Oh, okay. Yeah, then it's fine.
it's, it's interesting.
No, wait,
How-
he can't. He's not gonna be able to do it.
Is he?
Because he needs double black.
Ah.
Yeah.
7 library triggers. Are we gonna see a Chandra Flamecaller right now?
I think you lead with Woodland Bellower.
Yeah, so Aphos, he played the artifact out for 0 value because he likes to. It keeps the hand empty and has something on the board. People who haven't seen the list before can sometimes get antsy and think it's some sort of like Mono Black Academy list or something silly like that. So he plays
To
out
be
the
fair-
artifacts early because they can have impact on the game like Mox Opal.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the Mox Opal, obviously you do.
Yeah.
Reason.
I mean, 0
play them.
cost.
Yeah, there's 0
Artifacts.
cost, so you could just hold them until you. Oh, I have a Mox Opal, I need to play a couple of them.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's correct to play them.
Do you Woodland Bellower for Rex Age and kill the Mox Opal here?
That's certainly a line.
I think that's probably the correct line.
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable, at the very least.
Find Scoos. Yeah, that's
So
also
the other
fair.
thing, yeah, I mean, he might think that the opponent is on some sort of Cheerios list or eggs list. So
I-
Scavenging Goose is good against that.
I will definitely defend the choice to Scoos here because he doesn't actually know what kind of combo Mages is on yet.
Yeah,
Like, he hasn't seen Ad Nauseam. He probably doesn't even know what Ad Nauseam is or what it does.
Yeah.
Unless he plays like
he knows
Siege.
what Nauseam does. He plays a lot of. He definitely knows at least that. But I mean, he's gonna kill probably this turn.
Nature's Lore, Utopia Sprawl.
Like he's gonna go attack with Woodland Bellower, Scavenging Goose. That is a
Scavengers.
damage, which means that next time when Mages goes to cast his
Yeah, right. That's the other thing.
magic, like he's not gonna have enough life to now.
Yeah. I mean, you can Chandra Flamecaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, he handled 14 damage here.
Yeah, I think that's definitely very good.
It's gonna be very hard for Mages to win the game with only 4 life.
Absolutely true. Just unfortunate that Mages got stuck on lands, because otherwise that would have been a pretty dope hand. You could Ad Nauseam turn 4.
The Leaf's Cone can only target creatures you control.
Fierce.
Oh, I guess he can block with the Hungerback Walker actually. So he does get to only take 10.
Yeah, Woodland Bellower does not have Trample.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. That card's really good.
The card's already really good, even without trample. So okay, so he does not go for the Chandra. Does
I
not know
wonder
that he's.
why.
I don't know.
Fierce Empath for what? Prime time?
I don't think he realizes that he's just dead.
Yeah.
Probably slams the Blood Moon this turn too.
Yeah. Oh no. Reliquary Tower generates even less valuable color.
And to be honest, Reliquary Tower, we have seen Reliquary Tower be an important part of Mages winning the game.
Yeah, no, like, there are times that he draws a bunch of cards but then doesn't have the mana, so you can just have Reliquary Tower up and not have to discard to hand size.
Win the next turn.
But
Finds
What?
Emerald turn. Can't cast it.
finds
but he will be able
Emrakul
to cast it
Promise
next
Stone.
turn. Yeah, sorry, yeah, the promise then. He has 2 types
Block
in
with the
his
blocker.
graveyard, which means next time he will be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's not particularly close. Hangerback happily jumps in front of the Woodland Bellower, and I'm pretty sure the Insanity is dead.
A bear with antlers. What a terrifying prospect. Well, again, it basically depends on what Mages finds off the Adnaz. If he gets a bunch of free mana and
Yeah,
then
but he has
hits...
16 life, right? Like, Odnazimid from 16 is a lot different than from 4.
You're definitely correct.
Well, we're about
Lake
to say...
of the Dead! That's so good!
I mean, not really. He only has 1 swamp.
And that's 4 extra mana. That's
No, it's
entirely
not.
enough to
You
get...
have to stack a swamp when you play Lake of the Dead.
No, I know, but like, with Lake of the Dead, he now has enough mana in hand to cast...
He
Tendrils.
cannot activate Lake of the Dead for 4 mana this turn.
Wait, does Lake of the Dead enter tapped?
No, it costs you a land when you have to sack a swamp when you play it, and then sack a swamp to mana.
Ah, alright.
Yeah.
Rain of Filth.
There are no
Mages has been
flows,
getting
he's-
really unlucky on this one. He's hit basically every life card in the deck.
I mean, that's probably still enough. He can Imperial Seal, and then does he have a way to draw a card?
Maybe?
And oh, he has just Diabolic Intent. He has a creature.
Yeah. Songs of the Damned. What? That's such a cool card.
Yeah, it's really good. Wow.
It's really cool.
Really
at
good.
least.
So,
Diabolic
that card
Intent.
was a key piece of a combo deck, of an EDH Keythrob Monster combo deck that I was running some time ago, where I was trying to go off without doing the 4 horse. And you had to do these loops where you loop Songs of the Damned over and over.
Plays Cabal Ritual.
I mean, this hand just kills, right? He just Diabolic in.
Diabolic Intent for Tendrils. And then cast it?
Yeah.
Can you squeeze him below 7 in response here? Yeah, you can. That's really annoying. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's really annoying.
Yeah, but he still has enough mana, right?
Back to the Titan.
Because you can also just crack LED with the Diabolic Intent on the deck.
Oh, yeah. LED is such a weird card. Like, it's a
we
card that makes
have-
sense intuitively, but then when you actually play it, there's like, well, you have to crack it on the stack in response to certain things, and the way mana abilities work...
We
doesn't-
have seen Mages not see that line before, so hopefully he does this time.
Yeah, he's got it. Songs of the Damned in response. Songs of the Damned resolves. I think it was a good gambit to play Pact of the Titan there, to give the Insanity another...
Creature.
No, to give the Insanity another... Oh my god. My brain is broken. To give him
put another
another
player-
priority step.
Wouldn't-
So
Okay.
he did the Scavenging Ooze ploy in response and probably didn't target a creature.
Mm.
Mages is floating 6 black. Yeah, I mean, there's the Tendrils
Yeah.
for the kill.
Cast Tendrils of Agony.
Yeah. This
And
is
that's
this
the
is
kill.
an absolutely brutal matchup for red green.
I mean, I think the Insanity also, though the Insanity did have a line, would have put the opponent at 4 life. And I think that would have won in the game. So it was a lot closer than I think you... Like, this game specifically was a lot closer than I think you think.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. He can turn one.
Mages keeps, sorry, the Insanity keeps another hand is pretty slow, which I'm not sure I agree with. I guess it has a mana creep, but I don't think it's enough. You can play an Obstinate Balos next turn, but...
Yeah, there's no line to play Obstinate Bailiff turn 1, sadly. Let's see. Oh, God. Let's see.
I guess never mind. I didn't see the mana creep. I think I'm back on board.
Mage's hand is Ad Nauseam, Tendrils, Lands, Mox Diamond, and Cruel Tutor.
So, man, that's not that great. He still can't add Nauseam before turn 4. And by then he's gonna have to take like 2 hits from this Obstinate Balos.
You swamp and then you Cruel Tutor for LED, maybe?
Oh, actually, yeah, I'm back on board. But then I have to discard Tendrils Wagon.
Cruel Tutor puts it on top, doesn't it? Yeah, yikes. That card's real bad.
Yeah, but like, if you play Cruel Tutor for something, then like if you Cruel Tutor for LED, then you have to. Maybe you just Cruel.
Well, you're cutting out a little
Dark
bit.
Ritual, and that's good enough.
I mean, you 3 visits for a land here, and then you can cycle Shelter Thicket, maybe? For mana efficiency, but I don't know. I don't think it matters. Go over to Mage's side. Mage's hand is really strong. If he finds, like, Lotus Petal here, he can cast... No, well. Plays another land. There's no reason not to...
Is Cruel Tutor sorcery?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you Cruel Tutor for Dark Ritual on this board.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think there's any reason not to cast Cruel Tutor here.
Yeah, no, I think you do, because then you can add Nauseam next turn, and probably.
Yeah. I don't know what you Cruel Tutor for. LED, Lotus Petal?
Dark Ritual.
Dark what?
Dark Ritual.
Oh, yeah, Dark Ritual. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's the only way to go up. It's the thing that allows you to go up the most mana without sucking your... I guess Rain of Filth is another option, but I think Dark Ritual is just better.
Mana Crypt hit the Insanity on this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Which
5, 6. I mean,
really
you can cast
does
Woodland
not
Bellower.
matter.
If Woodland Bellower hits Rexage and takes out Mox Diamond, is that annoying enough for mages?
Not really. He's still... So, it depends what was gotten by this Cruel Tutor, but if it was Dark Ritual, he still will cast it now. So.
Yeah.
We don't know that he got Dark Ritual. He might have gotten something different. Does he have many ways to get the Tendrils back from the graveyard? That says Yorkwill, maybe?
Finds Spittle.
Finds Woodhouse.
I wonder if Mages is running Yogwill.
If
I doubt it.
Mages... no, I think he does, actually.
No,
I think I remember
no,
him.
that costs 3 life on the flip. I don't like running Yogwill here. Alright, Swamp.
See if we got the right card. Oh, Rain of Filth.
Rain of Filth is fine.
Which is basically a worse Dark Ritual.
I mean, it's literally Dark Ritual on this board. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, but you have to suck your lands. You don't care too much about having to suck your lands because like you're doing the game, but
the end result is sacking your lands. Ad nauseum, leaving 1 black in the mana pool. I hate the Xmage interface on this so much. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. UI designers everywhere rolling in their graves.
Find some more 0-drops, find the Vampiric Tutor,
Fountain of Youth, Hangerback Walker,
Hangerback Walker,
Culling
Bog
Leak.
Ritual.
This is enough.
Lotus
This'll do
Petal.
it. Yeah.
Well, he still doesn't have a way to find the Tendrils back.
Tendrils is in hand. Tendrils was
Oh
in
yeah,
the
you're
open.
right. Yeah, no, this is super enough.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's incredibly dead.
He's only at 9 off his Adnos. There's a 6 off of Grim Tutor.
You know?
Oh my god!
I thought
Oh.
Oh! With his brains
That was
full.
scary. Alright.
To be
Mox.
fair, he does know that there is no card that costs more than 5 in his deck. So...
At this point, the insanity just calls it. Alright.
Yeah, I mean...
What?
Let's go watch Lofty and Tenebra.
Lofty and Tenebra. What are they on? Match players. Lofty. What is Lofty on? Hello?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm checking. Lofty is on Tenebra is on white, red, Kiki.
What an interesting list.
Do we have mages and the insanity? No, they didn't come here, I see.
Oh, they just both left.
Yeah.
They just went to turn 3.
The insanity was like, wow. Yeah, no, you know, Mages' deck, like, I keep thinking every time I see it that it's awful, but it's getting wins. Like, I think it's actually, there might be something there. I think I'm back on, I think I'm kind of on board.
Tenebra just plays Inferno Titan.
As you do, you know, sometimes there are some problems that you need an Inferno Titan to resolve.
Yeah. Lefty
This is
is...
one of them.
I mean, Lefty's been stuck on lands, obviously.
I mean, he also has been Goblin settled.
This is game 3. So
Yeah, no,
he can vindicate
one
the
of his
Inferno
lands
Titan.
was settled by this Goblin. This is not very good at settling.
Sorcerer Spyglass is aiming Elspeth. He doesn't have white. Should have noticed that. Draws the Bloodstained Mire off of Sylvan Library. You keep that in hand. I mean, or you just keep Maelstrom Pulse and Maelstrom Pulse the Inferno Titan instead. Pays 4
This
life to
sneak
keep
attack
both.
is interesting. So you can go... Sneak... No, Reveler can Karmic Guide there. Kinda eh. You can sneak Karmic Guide to get Inferno Titan if Inferno Titan eats like some sort of black removal spell, which it looks like it did.
8 Sword Supplushers, actually.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Tenebra because he has a Karmic Guide in hand. Okay, so Mardu's Red Cap.
Sneak Attack? This is like a weird white-red combo list.
So, he could attack with Goblin Settler, Lofty almost certainly blocks with Wall of Omens, and then he can sneak attack the Mardu's Red Cap in, and that kills the Wall of Omens, because at the end step he's gonna come back. The Wall of Omens deals the last point of damage to the Wall of Omens, but that seems kind of like a waste. You can also just sneak the Mardu, or you can just play the Mardu's Red Cap, I guess, sure, why not?
Revelark.
If Lofty kills this Mardu's Red Cap, he's in for a bad time because it's gonna get Karmic Guided back, and then Ravenlarked back, and it's gonna deal a lot of damage to his face.
Elspeth is offline because of Sorcerer Spyglass. Draws Inquisition. Inquisition's not a bad draw. Bunch of lands off of Sylvan Library here. I mean, Lofty needs to keep at least one of those lands to play out, and then follow it up with like a Vraska or something. Vraska? And you can destroy whatever. Yeah, that's Vraska. That's Vraska right there. Search for as Vraska? No? Alright.
Stop.
Kills a Sorcerer's Spyglass. I think that's a fair play. One of Lefty's main win cons is casting the Elspeth Sun's Champion.
Oh, Mog Catcher? That's pretty spicy.
What?
So you can sneak attack the mob,
Sneak attack Mod Catcher and activate it?
activate it, and get something dumb like a
Kiki?
Kiki? I mean, you had that Kiki. I don't know if Kiki does it. Like, I think if you get like a goblin, like the Siege Gang commander that just killed you.
Oh yeah, by the way, sneak attack has to be played before you can activate it.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Whoops. Alright, let's see. I mean, Lofty can pulse the sneak attack or something like that.
He's attacking Lofty. Does not care about Nebraska. And Nebraska wouldn't have died anyway. But
Yeah.
you could have knocked like a Rebel Arc to heal her, I guess. I guess you can also just sneak Rebel Arc, sneak Karmic Guide, and kill your opponent.
2 lands. Sneak
That is an
Revelers.
option that you have.
How does that win?
I mean, you deal 6 to his face. They both
Right, they have
flying.
flying, don't they? Vindicates sneak attack.
Almost certainly, yeah.
Correct play, for sure. He's really looking for an exile effect to kill the Murderous Redcap for good. He's got Grave Titan and Elspeth, both of which can be cast next turn.
Do you Council's Judgment the Wall of Omens? So you can get in for 3 at Lofty's face?
Maybe. I mean, that wouldn't
I mean,
even be a bad play.
Your opponent's at 6, right? 3 is a pretty
6.
reasonable amount of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
The Karmic Guide, you could just
Path.
play Karmic Guide.
Path.
What?
You just
Oh,
path
you-
the Wall of Omens and then what, Mod Catch? No, well. Hard
I
cast
think you
Mod
like pass
Catch.
the Wall of Omens and maybe empty Council's Judgment the Chandra.
Chandra?
Sorry, Nebraska. Oh, you just decided to play the Mob Catcher. Interesting.
Does not cast Path.
Yeah.
I mean, next turn you path, like, the Wall of Omens and then swing for lethal. That's not that bad. Hope your opponent ticks up Braska or ticks down Braska and doesn't kill your thing. It would not be a good idea to tick up Braska.
No, you have to take down Braska. This Mob Catcher is... This is gonna find Kiki Jiki, and Kiki is gonna copy the Mardu's Redcap. Oh, Grave Titan. Okay. That stabilizes the board.
As it turns out, Grave Titan generates zombies. Pass the Grave Titan in response to the trigger.
The zombies come into play tapped, right? No.
Nah.
They just
Oh, what a cool zombie.
I have no art for it.
It's just a blue box.
Yeah. Heals, yeah, the mouse catcher goes away. It's very unfortunate that all of the removal that showed up. So, oh no, the mouse catcher went to the graveyard, so it can get Karmic Guided back.
Karmic Guide wouldn't
Or
be a
Rebel.
bad idea here.
Or Rebel Arc back, I guess. I guess Rebel Arc's on when it dies.
Can you evoke Revelark? Well, shoot, Lefty doesn't have any flying blockers. Just play Revelark. Swing for...
Also leaves you
Money.
enough mana for a path if you want to.
If you block the Murderous Redcap, it deals 1 damage to him. Still.
You can still block with the Wall of Omens, too.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I passed the Wall of Omens, but...
Goodbye, City of
I think
Traders.
you can just play the Karmic Guide, which also gets him flying, and that gives you back the Mardu. gives you back the Mole Catcher, which can find Kiki Jiki, which can find which can copy the Mardu's Redcap.
Yeah. Just attacks with the one creature. That's definitely going to get blocked by wall. Why do this? Murderous Redcap is going to persist and dome you for 1.
Maybe he has another way to kill it again?
That's entirely possible.
And then the Revelark basically cleans up. And just say.
Kaya, Ghost Assassin. Flicker Kaya and up to another creature. You lose 2 life. -1 each opponent. Drain each opponent for 2. -2 each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. That's annoying for Tenebri at least. Because it's going to force him to get rid of the Council's Judgment.
Yeah, but...
Oh, excuse me.
But Lofty is just dead. Okay, so Maelstrom Pulse is the Mole Catcher. Okay, Baneslayer is more like it, although the Council's Judgment is gonna take care of it. But the Karmic Guide is gonna go away now. But then he Revelarks with the Keen. Oh god, I am not paying this much value. That is like the amount of value that is happening is just insane. If he manages to engineer for this Mardu's Redcap to die, it's gonna be so bad for Lofty.
Is it any number? Up to 2. Oh
to
my
2, yeah.
god.
Yeah, so if the Mardu's Redcap dies, which I'm surprised he didn't swing with it, honestly. I guess he opponent would have just blocked with Wall of Omens. But you could think, yeah, maybe, but...
Plays Kaya.
So I guess this Rebel is gonna hit the beam.
Do you want to -1 Kaya first, or... Drain for 2? That's fair. Gaining 2 life is pretty valuable
Yeah, I
on
think
this board.
you gain 2 life, yeah. Sweltering Suns doesn't do...
Might as well cycle it.
Yes, I hold. Although, I'm not sure how much I like cycling when
You have
you
Revelark in
want
hand.
to... Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
why
can
not-
cast it, kill the zombie and your own Mardu's Redcap so that you can Revelark it back, which is incredibly spicy.
6 viewers? My dude. Balling out of control here. Kaya drains again. Elspeth. This is not looking good for Tenebri, I'm not gonna lie. Funnily enough,
Yeah.
these are the 2 players that answered the call when I asked if I could get 2 more people in to round out 10. We had 7 people, and I was like, hey, could somebody sign up so that we have an even number of players? And then both of these people signed up.
Yeah, I think at this point, lots of
Tenebri
chances.
draws Mana Crypt. What does Nahiri do for him?
The other games also have not finished.
Yeah. I mean, what? Tenebra's 1-1, Lefty's 1-1. You gonna call this for Lefty?
No. I was. I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon, so I was going to ask to see if either the Insanity, his opponent, which was Mages of the Beach, can pop in shot.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see if one of them can take commenting duties.
Hardcast Revelark. Revelark is the right choice. I'm in favor of evoking Revelark, but Tenebri does, or Lefty doesn't have a way to block a flyer, so that is annoying. Trigger Sylvanebri finds Pernicious Deed. Probably not gonna do it. He keeps Pernicious Deed, I guess. Makes more dudes with Elspeth. Kaya Sugar. Soren Lord of Innistrad. 3 walkers, all of which I can't see how many loyalty are on. Xmage is a prime.
I mean, I actually see it fine.
Oh yeah, Varbeck. Get Varbeck in here.
Actually, never mind. So, Elspeth's on 6, Kaya's on 2. Alright.
Oh. I'm way sicker than I thought I was. Lefty's just holding the Pernicious Deed. Tenebrae has Imperial Recruiter, Mana Crypt, I'm an idiot. Nahiri.
Alright, so
How's it going?
I'm gonna have to leave, sadly. And which means I'm gonna leave commenting duties to our extremely capable backup co-host Varbeck. And,
Say hello, Varbeck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in here briefly.
Yeah, do come say hi. Thank you so much to the Red Mage for showing up and co-hosting and helping out.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a lot of fun. I'm sorry that
Yeah,
I have to leave soon, but this ran longer than it usually does.
absolutely. Lots of people showed up this week. Long games.
Yeah, long games. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Good luck to everyone for the rest of the tournament.
See ya.
So
Alright.
I'll take over commenting until someone else comes in.
Yeah. So this is a weird red-white Kiki list
Okay,
versus
and played
Lefty.
Lefty, which is some sort of 3-color mid-range.
He calls it Abzan tap-out control, so like the Rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So the Rock with white.
The Rock with white.
Let's see here. So
Felidar Garden, Felidar Garden.
So Felidar Guardian's gonna flicker Imperial Recruiter so we can go looking for his Kiki Jiki.
Why not Felidar Garden, Flicker, Revelark? Get back, like... Oh wait, where did it go? Oh, Imperial Recruiter's still in the field.
Do that too. I would flicker the Imperial Recruiter because that is going to get you closer to your actual combo.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's gonna tutor for Kiki Jiki.
Finds Kiki Jiki. I mean, next turn, he wins if Lefty doesn't have...
Lefty does have the Pernicious Deed, so he's probably gonna pop that now.
Yeah, he would have to play Pernicious Deed on 4.
Yeah. Which is not great. It'll leave Elspeth at least.
Yeah, leaving Elspeth is fine enough. Making a lot of 1/1 idiots is a good time.
Yeah, you could even set it to 5 just to get rid of the Revelark.
Well, you don't want him to get the Revelark trigger after you kill this whole board.
Oh, it's leaves? Oh, that is enters. Okay.
Yeah, no, Revelark is a weird card. Activates Kaya Ghost Assassin's -2, killing her. Hey, Tulip! And Espro. How'd your guys' game go?
Could have been worse, I guess.
That's Sagarda.
Could have been worse! Wow.
Ugh.
Cigar
Well, I
to
mean,
Heron's Grace. You know who wins your
never
control of
feels
Hexproof?
good. Never feels good to get Core Firewalker turn 2 games in a row.
Ooh.
Especially when
You
you could have
did
played
win
around it.
one of them.
That is true. But I definitely punted the first game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I also punted 2 cards into Leon and Arbiter game 3 and still won because I'm a sack apparently.
Yeah.
There was nothing I could do.
Pernicious
Do you
Deed.
guys want to take over commentary so I can actually get
Yeah,
into
sure.
what I was doing? Yeah, thanks guys. When I get back, maybe we can get our game in. Tulip.
Who
Up
are
to
we
you.
watching?
Thank
It's
you,
getting
Barback.
a bit late, and I'm like kind of sick actually, so I'm probably not.
Oh no!
Okay.
Mr.
That's
Tulip,
fine.
I've infected you over the internet.
We'll get it next time then. Ooh. He is
X5.
actually gonna get the Revelark trigger.
Why is Soren not dead?
I think Pernicious Steed is...
No part. It doesn't hit.
doesn't hit Planeswalkers. But he did misplay here, because he killed the Revelark,
Yeah.
and that's gonna get him the Felindar Guardian back, and he's still gonna win. So,
Yeah, that's
Oops.
unfortunate.
that's why you don't kill Revelark.
Alright, let's... Village Bellringer.
Village Bellringer.
Oh, hey, that's a cool card to combo off with Kiki Jiki. That's a cool
Wow.
card to combo off with Kiki Jiki. Finds Magus in the moon.
What are we watching?
We are watching Lefty Tenebra, but we're going to stop watching him because Tenebra just won the game.
Okay then.
Unfortunately. Alright. Let's stop watching. Because Tenebra just won there. We have 3 games left. We have Arterian Legacy, who is on Grixis Control. Oh my god. Grixis Control versus Mages, who is on Mono Black Ant. We have Thunder Numbers, who's on Mardu Midrange versus 404, who is on a super cool colorless list. And we have Tenebra and Lefty, who we just watched. What do you guys want to see? Control versus Ant, or Midrange versus colorless?
I'm up for whatever.
Alright, let's watch Thunder Numbers and 404.
Yeah, Mages versus Arterian Legacy. There's a GT in play, so that's not going to go well.
4-4. This is game 2. Thunder Numbers doesn't win.
Battle. That was game 3, if you're watching us.
Tenebra, yeah.
Yeah, that was game 3.
Unfortunate.
it was good for me.
Yeah, Lefty choosing X5 was...
yeah. He was like, oh, I'm gonna, like... I think he was worried I was gonna Kiki Jiki and then beat him down for 8 and then just do the same thing the next turn, and I don't think he had another answer. I think I was in a good position either way. But
Yeah, you were in a really good position, no matter what. 4-4 is absolutely on the ropes in this game. Thunder Numbers has a Butcher of the Horde and Tide Hollow Sculler in play. This Needle Spires might be enough that he's just dead. Like, even versus the Mazabeth. Swings for 4 with Needle Spires and 2 with Tide Hollow Sculler. That's 6 total, no matter what he Mazabeths. Unfortunately, we caught the end of the game. Huh. Guess we're just wrapping up. Oh. Well, we'll stop watching that one as well and finally go to Arterian Mages, which is the game that should conclude relatively quickly. That's not Mages? What?
Oh, it's Mages.
What?
Isn't this?
This is their league game. Never
Oh,
mind.
it's a league game. Oh.
Yeah,
well,
alright. I'll pop out of that. Well,
That's
I also
the
did
tournament.
That's a tournament.
the same thing.
Yeah, exactly, Lethal.
let's go.
By the way, top card of my deck was Tezzeret, so good thing you have that.
Alright, let's go to, I guess, in between rounds. We had 10 people this week, which is fantastic. Thank you so much to everybody who turned up and signed up and did the thingies. I'd like to remind you that this tournament is free to enter for all persons. There will be a link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, and a link on the Canadian Highlander Facebook page if you are not watching this on YouTube. Thank you to people who watch. I think this is the highest viewer count we've ever had for one of these, which is kind of cool. Thanks to the Red Mage for showing up and co-commentating with me. This has been one of the most successful ones of these we've done ever. So, thank you guys for that a lot.
Hey.
Thanks as always for hosting it.
Oh, absolutely. I believe we have a winner somebody who went 3-0. Tulip, who won out of your game?
Tulip.
I did.
All right, congratulations to Mr. Tulip, who is the winner of this tournament for like the third time in a row. You're on a hot streak, dude. This is insane.
Hey,
There's none in a row.
I could have gone 3-0, but Varian screwed me over.
Hmm.
I could have beaten Espero game 3, but he just drew better than me at the end.
Well,
Yep, that was a real close one.
Yeah.
we will see you guys next week for another one of these at the same time, same bad place. Come and hang out again.
Thank you for hosting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me see you guys. Thank you very much for coming over and hanging out with us and watching the stuff. It happens every week at the same time. Come sign up if you want to play. Canadian Highlander is an awesome format. You can learn more about it at the Canadian Highlander WordPress. If you just Google Canadian Highlander, you'll find all the information you need. Thank you. See you next week.